WZR Radio starts now. You can join us in the live chat room at WZROnline.com/chat or call into the show at 518-712-3070. Now, here are your hosts, Ryan Clark and Matt Boone.
Here we are on a special Wednesday night show. We had to postpone this shindig for one day because of the live WWE SmackDown that they had last night. Obviously, we can't compete with WWE, or can we?
I think we can.
Hey, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Hey, now, Wednesday, radio, let's do the damn thing.
Well, let's do the damn thing. And last week we had a radio show on Tuesday, and as the opening theme was playing tonight, I get a message from Matt Boone, and he says, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even remember last week's show.
He said make sure to mute your microphone.
Right.
Because the shit I did last week during the intro was lame, and I said back to you, I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember last week. That's a true story.
And that's what I said.
That was last week when I had a bunch of people over cooking steaks, and like Katie got on and all that stuff.
That was last week, dude. And listen, and last week, and I tried to tell you this last week, but you know, when you're shit faced, you don't want to hear it, right? There's the Boone, like there's the normal Boone, right? And he's down here, and he's a cool dude, right? And then we've got the drunk Boone, and we're used to that by now, right? I mean,
well, no, let's put it this way: there's two different kinds of drunk Boones.
Right.
The buzzed Boone is a pretty entertaining co-host.
Yeah.
The drunk Boone was last week. I don't even remember last week. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you say buzzed, but then you come on here and you say, yeah, I'm 12 or 13 beers deep, blah, 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 blah. So that's not a buzz for most people. But for you, it is a buzz.
I mean, I got a high tolerance. I'm just saying, last week I was shit-faced. That was unprofessional.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. And there's the normal Boone, and then we had, the normal drunk Boone that we're used to. And then last week was like the Boone that was way the fuck up here, dude, as I look towards the sky. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I remember telling you last week I am in no condition to be doing any kind of show. And what was it? No, that was different. I think you were even offering to say, like, well, we got Geary coming on to do the TNA pay-per-view, so you can just call in an hour or two. But I think I'm confusing that with last week.
Right. So we got a lot to talk about, man. We had Elimination Chamber. I know you saw bits and pieces, which is kind of cool, dude. Boone saw some stuff, right, on Raw.
And Chamber?
Well, I know you saw some of Raw, right?
Yeah, I saw some of Raw. I didn't see any of the Chamber. You're giving me credit for something that's...
Well, Chamber's going to be quick because there were only 5 matches. They announced one at the pay-per-view. But, so we had the Chamber on Sunday, the big 4 matches. And I thought Chamber was an okay pay-per-view.
Right.
A lot of negative feedback online, but I thought it was okay. You know what I mean?
Feedback. So a lot of people were giving it, what, D+, things like that?
Yeah, it was. I got the D-, D+, blah 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 blah. But I thought it was an alright pay-per-view, and then we had Monday Night Raw last night. Basically, we're 6 weeks away from WrestleMania, and we don't have another WWE pay-per-view until WrestleMania.
Really?
That's it, man. We got a TNA.
I think during Raw they mentioned the exact 41 days. How many days is it?
I think it was 43 on Sunday or Monday.
There's no pay-per-view for that long.
That's it, man. There's a TNA pay-per-view that we're gonna have to cover.
I mean, for WWE, so the next several weeks of TV is nothing but WrestleMania build-up, and some programs. Like Triple H and Undertaker, they're already a few weeks into it, so it's going to be hot by the time we get to WrestleMania.
No, well, they announced everything, man. They announced Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. They announced Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. They announced Undertaker versus
Triple H.
And then you've got Rock and Cena, so you've got the top 4 matches.
Is Shaq Big Show this year, or is that next year?
Well, listen, Shaq came out, there was an interview with HollywoodLife.com, right? And Shaq came out and said that he was going to be at WrestleMania, but he never specifically said that he was going to wrestle. All right? And we put that up on the website, and then I woke up this morning, and WWE.com, are you there?
Yeah.
WWE.com had an article this morning, and it said that despite Shaq telling HollywoodLife.com that he was going to wrestle at WrestleMania, that's not the case. And Shaq never said that he was going to wrestle. And I think the WWE.com article's been pulled. I was there just a couple minutes ago, and I didn't see it up there. But if they had read the interview, they would have known that Shaq never said... He said he was going to be there, but not in a wrestling role, or never confirmed that it was going to be a wrestling.
But he's going to be at this year's WrestleMania, though. That's the point.
Yeah. It'll be WrestleMania.
We know like all kinds of stuff about this year's WrestleMania. You got to hang on. I got to turn the air up. I can't put fans on because they're loud. It's fucking hot in here. Hold on one second.
Is it hot in Florida?
It's fucking hot. In my house it is. Hold on one second.
Yeah. All right. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna talk Elimination Chamber from Sunday night. It's been crazy busy over the last couple of days. Even right before we came on the air here tonight, it's just been crazy. You know what, Boone?
What's that?
I'm here by myself, man. I got sister, and niece, and everybody else are down your way, man. They're in Florida.
Are they really? Were they visiting family?
Yeah, I took them to the airport on Monday night.
I thought you were supposed to come down here around this time to visit family.
Dude, listen, I want to come down there, but I was supposed to go to Vegas too, and listen, dude, I was telling the guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Vegas, no doubt, dude. We'll have a good time, right? And then I got thinking about it. They want to go the weekend of May 5th, right? Which is, Pacquiao and Mayweather and Cotto.
Oh, that's a good fight,
right?
Man.
So that's, but they're not going to the fight, dude. They're just going to be there for WrestleMania weekend, or not WrestleMania, for the fight week.
But yeah, you could have got tickets yourself. I mean, you got money.
But listen, here's the deal. It's WrestleMania time, right? And I know that's May, but even after April 1st, it's still going to be crazy busy. And I'm a one-man machine, you know what I mean? Well, other websites, the site that you work at and other websites, they've got multiple people.
It's a whole staff, yeah.
You guys have a whole staff, and other websites have a full staff, and I'm by myself, It's just
we got accounting staff or an accounting team. We got fucking tech people. We got graphics people. We got reporters and journalists. We got on-location people. You do it all by yourself. So
that's it.
Why maybe going to Vegas during WrestleMania time wouldn't be so wise for the business.
That's it, man. So I got to be here, and not only that, dude, but they announced
you still came to Florida just now. I mean, you got several weeks until WrestleMania. You could have had a vacation.
Listen, if Monday and Tuesday, if yesterday and Monday and Sunday night too are any indication of what it's going to be like come WrestleMania time, I mean, you know how it is, man. From now for the next 6 weeks, for the next 6 weeks and beyond, for the next 8 to 10 weeks, it's going to be crazy because you got the pre-WrestleMania news and all this stuff is going to be coming out, and it's just random stuff like who's going to sing the national anthem, who's going to be there live, what celebrities are going to be there, and then you're going to have the Access festivities and everything like that, and it's just going to be crazy. Boone.
Yeah, I had to mute my mic for something.
Oh, it's just going to be crazy, man. And people were asking me, like, they announced that WrestleMania 29, right? They're coming up here to MetLife Stadium, and everybody says, are you going to WrestleMania? Blah 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 blah. I can't go, man. I can't go to WrestleMania.
Where is it next year?
MetLife in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Right.
Oh, dude, you should go, man.
Yeah, but it's not like that. You
got a laptop. You could have me. I could do play-by-play for you, and you go enjoy the show.
Yeah, but there's way too much. There's way too much that goes on after WrestleMania with the news and everything else, dude. So I was thinking about doing this. I would take the train down, right, and go there either on Friday or Saturday. I need to be back here by Sunday. But I'd go down there either Friday or Saturday and meet up with a bunch of people, buy them dinner, drinks, blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. So anyways, I was thinking about going down there and then coming back up here so that I could cover WrestleMania 29. That's next year. I mean, there's a lot of time to think about it, but I got to be here. You know what I mean?
Bro, you got to have some fun in your life, man. You got to go to WrestleMania. I mean, you love that shit. And I would like to go to WrestleMania, especially in an outdoor stadium and all that stuff, but you gotta have a little me time for Mr. Ryan Clark every once in a while. Can't be 24/7 in the business.
How do you buy food and buy groceries and pay rent and pay everything? You need money, right? And how do I make money? By doing
it's not like you're gonna go broke if you take one vacation.
No,
you'd still be covering WrestleMania. You wouldn't be covering it. You'd be covering it at 90%, which is, for most people, your version of 90% is their version of 110%. So, I mean, you'd still be making money.
Yeah, but think about this. During WrestleMania time, people are all over Google, this, that, and the other thing, and you gain new fans during WrestleMania.
I'm just looking out for you as a buddy. We work together with friends, and I'm saying you need to have some fun in your life.
Dude, you're not the only one. Everybody says, I mean, everybody was saying you got to go to Vegas, and they said, what are you going to remember in 10 years from now? Are you going to remember a great time you had in Las Vegas, or are you going to remember sitting home working for a pro wrestling website? You know what I mean?
Like any other day.
Like any other day, But I can't, dude. I feel like like I gotta be here, I gotta do it. Yeah, I'm a workaholic, man.
You have no idea what it took for me to get this guy to fucking Las Vegas when I went. I mean, my God. It was all, and then this was Super Bowl weekend, UFC, fucking, we had Chris Angel tickets. We had all kinds of shit going on, and it was all free. It was me, my boss was treating and everything. And the man was like, I mean, I had to convince him for weeks because he's like, I can't miss work and blah, blah. I'm like, dude, we'll have laptops. Just fucking chill.
I can't. I feel like even if I had the flu, I would be here. I'd still have to come on here because people visit the sites and they need news, man. And if they don't have news,
asshole, man.
I know. I'm just I'm a workaholic, dude. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. But anyways, you're an alcoholic. I'm a workaholic. What do you know? I like that. All right, check it out. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Get there. Lots of people in there tonight. It's crazy, man. Everybody shows up. I mean, we're not having the normal traffic that we normally have on Tuesday night, but what are you going to do, man? It's Wednesday. And
actually, let me check. The last time I checked, yeah, we're looking, let me see, chat traffic's a little down, but everything else is pretty good.
Everything else is right there? Well, it's a Wednesday night. It's a Wednesday night, plus Monday and Tuesday are the big days on the websites. You know that, man, with Raw and the SmackDown tapings and everything else. Monday and Tuesday are just the big days. So, everybody shows up. What are you going to do? More people will come as we go on. We had, looks like we'll get the plugs out of the way, and then we'll get into Elimination Chamber from this past Sunday night. Been crazy busy, like I said.
Sunday TV, though. Do you watch TV? Like, because I don't watch TV, but you got me into that Napoleon Dynamite cartoon. They had a new episode of that on Sunday. I don't know if you've ever seen the show. You know Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers?
you know what, dude? You viewed it on Sunday night, too, huh?
What, the Kenny Powers?
Napoleon.
No, I actually watched it on demand the next
day. Did you?
Kenny Powers.
I was gonna say, see, the problem is, I watched the debut episodes of Napoleon Dynamite, and I loved them, man. But Sunday nights are pay-per-views and everything else, and not only that, but the celebrity.
You don't get HBO on demand?
I do.
HBO on demand. You don't got on demand?
You know what? I get like 20 HBOs and 20 Showtimes, and I never watch any of them except for
Fox on demand. So if you have basic on demand, it's free.
Right. Well, I get all the HBOs, HBO 1, 2, 3, whatever they are, dude.
Yeah.
I get all that stuff, but I don't watch them unless boxing's there. The only reason I have them is for boxing, you know?
Yeah, me too. But Napoleon Dynamite's Fox. You can watch it on Fox on demand.
Yeah.
Or download it. I mean, it's a great fucking show.
Kenny Powers is back, too?
Kenny Powers, Season 3, Episode 1.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, buddy. I gotta check that out. I'll definitely check that out.
Have you watched the previous seasons at all?
I watched the whole first season, man.
How fucking great is that show, man?
Yeah, he's awesome, bro. He is so awesome.
Will Ferrell, who was he playing in Season 1, you remember?
He was a car dealer, right? A car dealership?
Yeah, but who was he? He was obvious who he was mimicking.
Oh, Flair. Ric Flair.
Yeah, he was being Ric Flair. He was even doing the woo and everything. Dressed up like him. He even said the line, my shoes cost more than your house.
Yep.
He completely ripped him off.
Yeah, I seen the whole first whole first season, dude, but I gotta check out 2 and 3 now that 3's back. I didn't know 3 was back on. So
love that show. Season 2 was in Mexico.
No doubt. I remember when he went in there. He was dancing. He was dancing on the floor, and he was all eat out or something like that, dude. And then when he was going home, somebody picked him up on the way home, dude. They found him on the side of the road. And then he was outside. He was throwing bricks or something at somebody's house. I don't know.
During the dancing, he saw his girl's cleavage, and he jizzed in his pants in front of everybody.
Right. Yo, listen to that. We had there was a woman.
Can I say that on the radio?
You just did. You did it twice. You did it twice. So what the fuck? So check it out. There was a woman that came on WZR Radio last week, and her name was Kate, right? I think her name is Kate. Katie, right? And you asked me last week. You had said, "Yo, by the sound of her voice, what do you think? You think she's a hottie, or you think she's all right?" And I said, "Well, I can't really tell, what a woman looks like by the sound of their voice, right?"
You can tell sometimes.
Sometimes, dude. So she came on. You put her on. She came on here, and she sounded like a 40-year-old woman. And I told you that, and I told her that, man. She sounded old, right? And you said, you just say something. You think she's a good-looking chick or not? And I said, I don't know, man. 50-50, probably not. She came on Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR on the feedback thread last Tuesday night after the show went off the air. And you can click her photo. I gotta tell you, man, I was sadly mistaken. She's a hottie, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yo, I said, dude, I seen her photo up there. I said, holy fuck, man. She sounded like a 40-year-old woman last week, and here she is.
Are you surprised, dude? I mean, what do you think I fuck around with over here? The fucking
Yeah.
Beast?
Yeah, listen.
Come on, man.
We've all seen Tiffany, and the face is not the good.
You're such a fucking asshole. She's got a beautiful face.
She doesn't have a beautiful face, but whatever. Anyway.
It's not as pretty as my face. I mean, I'll agree with that.
Your face and your pig nose, motherfucker.
Pig nose or not, I'm a good-looking son of a bitch.
And me and my big football head, too, right, motherfucker?
Football-shaped head.
All right.
Like Stewie Griffin, we're talking up and down, like ready to kick a field goal.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. All right. So the website WZROnline.com. We had crazy traffic over the past couple days. We had over 20,000 uniques on Monday and 19,000 uniques on Tuesday, yesterday, which is crazy.
Pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, it continues to grow, and all you guys that support the website, I'm putting all the news up on WZROnline.com. Everything goes up there, and some of the other websites, most of the other websites get all the news as well, but all of it, 100% of it goes up on WZROnline.com. So, if you haven't made the switch yet, I'm telling you, make that switch.
Now's the time. There's never been a better time, folks.
I'm telling you, make that switch. WZROnline.com. Galleries. Boone does a great job on galleries. We got it popping over there, man. Lots of new things.
I'm trying to do a good job for you. You hooked me up yesterday, so I'll keep doing a good job for you. That's what I do.
The man's supposed to get paid on the 1st, and I was in a good mood yesterday. Sent him his money on the 21st.
I was going to say, you're going to go the negative route. I can bust you out about a certain guest you turned down there, buddy.
No, we can. Listen, if you want to have her on, I think she kind of sounds like a bitch, man. Every interview that I've seen with her is kind of bitchy. Trish Stratus.
I guarantee you, if you drop the name in this chat, they would all mark out in 2 seconds and say, you got to get her on. And they're practically begging me to interview her, too.
Well, she just comes across as such a snobby bitch. Trish Stratus.
Really? Yeah, Trish Stratus. I don't think she comes off like a snobby bitch.
I mean, we could have her on here, man. Your boy that you work for wants us to have Billy Gunn, Road Dogg on here. A bunch of, I don't know about Road Dogg now that he's with WWE, but a bunch of
Billy
people.
Gunn's a fucking great interview. We've interviewed him before. He's a good guy.
You don't think Trish comes across as, an egotistical? I always
thought she came across as a sweetheart. I don't know, man.
Really? Whenever I listen to her, there's something about her, bro.
I don't really listen to her interviews, but like when I see her on TV and like on, whatever, she seems like a nice girl, but who the hell knows?
Yeah.
You remember the best female interview we ever did, right?
Best female, probably. No, Sable was.
Sable was alright.
Terry Runnels.
Terry Runnels. I could not believe the shit that girl was saying. It was
Dude,
insane.
She was so sexual with everything she
said. She was
so
open about that kind of. She was preferring those kind of. We would ask her about backstage rumors, and she's like, guys, nobody cares about that. Why don't you ask me, how I shave my genital reeds? I'm like, Jesus Christ. This is terrible. I jerked off to her as a kid. What are we doing?
That was pretty crazy. I remember that, dude. Sable kind of sucked, man. She was so quiet.
Yeah, she was all stuck up.
She was so quiet when she spoke to, and real stuck up.
She just wanted to talk about that Corky Romano movie she was in.
Right. That was all she was there for, is to promote that movie, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what else? Let's get the plugs out of the way. I watched a boxing fight this past weekend, bro. It was Vitaly Klitschko, and somebody help me with the other dude's name. Chisano, was it? Chisora. And Vitaly Klitschko, bro. Oh my God. Go to YouTube and you can get highlights. All right, basically, it started out, right, at the pre-fight.
This is the kind of stuff you got to put on your Facebook if you know you're going to talk about it. But go to my Facebook and you can watch the clip right now, something like that.
Well, you don't want them watching the clip while we're live, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, no.
So, anyways, so they get into it, right, at the weigh-ins, right? Chisora fucking bit slaps him right in the face, open-handed bit slap right in his face, right? So they get into it, blah, 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 blah. And then, Vitaly's all pissed off. So right before the fight airs,
Just there now, in the middle of the ring, right before they ring the bell.
Chisora has his hands taped up, right? And Vitaly comes in his locker room and he says, no, I want you to retape your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to fuck up, his mentality right before the fight. So he's like, all right, dude, whatever. And then his brother comes in, Vlad comes in, and it's like, no, I want to stand here in your locker room while you get taped up. And he's like, dude, get the fuck out of my locker room. What are you, crazy, bro? Get out of here.
You're allowed in boxing. You're allowed to have your trainer, I know, stand there and watch your opponent get his hands taped.
There's just backstage chaos at this boxing fight, right? And like an hour goes by, and, they're saying, well, we're delayed. There's some stuff going on backstage, blah, blah, blah. They finally get to the ring, right? and they go face to face, and the corners are at each other's throats, dude. Everybody wants to fight everybody inside the ring, right?
Not to cut you off for the 80th time already, but
don't worry about it.
Did you say two managers or promoters, like, before the fight got into it?
Oh, dude, everybody was fighting. Both teams were fighting. Both managers were fighting. Everybody was fighting before. I mean, it was just chaos backstage, they were saying, right? So they get to the thing, right? And they do the announcements, blah, 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 and they bring the fighters face to face, right? And before they do this, Chisora takes a fucking fat sip of water, right? And he holds it in his mouth. They go face to face, and he spits the water right in his face. And it was like, dude, are you serious right now? And so Vlad steps up, and he's like, yo, dude, are you serious? And Vitaly's like, yo, it's good, dude. So they go, and they do the fight, blah, 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 blah. And Vitaly just whoops his ass. Another boring Vitaly fight, right? Another boring Klitschko fight. After the fight, they get into it. During the fight, dude, somebody went up to one of the judges with a handful of money and was like, yo, I'll pay you right now, dude. I'll give you this money. Yeah, so they stopped the fight in the middle of the fight. It was like, dude, what is going on here?
Wow, I didn't hear about that one.
And then after the fight happened, dude, they got into it. Both corners got into it. And then they go to the post-fight press conference, right? And David Hay is there, and he starts talking shit to fucking the Klitschkos, both of them, right? They got into it, dude. You saw this video. They got into
talking shit more to Tashore, or whatever his name is, right?
No, he was talking shit to the Klitschkos. Hay was.
Oh, I thought he was talking shit to... Maybe Tashore just jumped in and started talking shit, because that's the part I saw.
And then they got into it, and they started fighting, dude. In this fight backstage, I mean, no gloves, no nothing. They were just fighting in the press conference. You guys gotta go to.
He hit him with a glass in the face or something, right?
He hit him with a glass, dude. He was spitting in his face. The corners were going. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen in boxing.
Yeah, he kept saying like, "He glassed me. He glassed me." I didn't know what the hell that meant, so I saw a picture of a glass. I'm like, "Oh, he hit him with a glass."
Oh. Dude, it was crazy. Just go after the show, after we go off the air here tonight, go to YouTube.com and do a Chisora versus Klitschko. Just get highlights, dude. There's like one video up there that shows everything that happened from the weigh-in.
All the antics.
Yeah, it was crazy. So go YouTube that after the show. Real quick, more plugs. We've only got 4 matches for Elimination Chamber, so I'm trying to kill some time here. Oh, and then...
You should play as a commercial. If we're doing a Chamber in this hour and Raw the next, you should play the Cena promo during the commercial, leading into the Raw rundown in hour 2.
That's only 6 minutes. Yeah, I can do that. No doubt. From Roy. That was one of his best promo, maybe best promo ever, to be honest with you.
One of his best, for sure.
So, in addition to Elimination Chamber from Sunday night and Monday Night Raw from last night, we'll talk a little bit about the live SmackDown too. There were some injuries in the main event of Raw. 5 injuries. There were 10 guys in the main event of Raw, and 5 of them got injured on Monday night. So
I only heard about Barrett. Who else got injured?
Oh, everybody. Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, R-Truth,
wow.
Everybody, man.
Kingston got split open at the chain. Like, all the big guys are getting fucked up right before Mania.
Yeah, no, I mean, 10 guys in the Raw main event, and 50% of them are injured coming out of, not major injuries. The only one that was pretty major was Wade Barrett, but it doesn't look
like... He's out of WrestleMania, isn't he?
I don't think he's out of WrestleMania. It was only dislocated, so I think he's going to be back in time for Mania. I think.
I heard 6 to 8 weeks, so that would mean he's not going to be cleared in time.
6 to 8 weeks for a dislocation? I don't know about that.
I just remember hearing he'd be out of action for 6 to 8 weeks. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. Dislocation doesn't seem like a 6 to 8 week injury, but I mean they were able to pop it back into place, so we'll see what happens. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into The Rock and how you guys feel about, Rock coming back to WWE. He's coming in for WrestleMania, probably going to work a match at SummerSlam as well. But, your feelings on The Rock and why I really don't think, we'll get into it.
You know what I watched yesterday? I think I told you about it.
ECW?
No, that new, that's what you watch on YouTube all fucking day, every day. I was watching the new Rock DVD.
Yeah.
The documentary?
Yeah.
That was a great doc. They just came out with one for Stone Cold Steve Austin a few months ago. It was the same kind of style where they run down his entire career. Right. It was just really cool to just see it all, from beginning to end again. Because you kind of forget about some of the stuff he did.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't check out DVDs or anything. I know you're into that.
You really would like them, man. I promise you would get into them.
Yeah.
You never saw Rise and Fall of ECW, didn't you?
No, but I have it here. You know what? I have it on VHS, dude, and it's yours.
Do you have a VCR player?
Do I have a VCR? Do they even still make VCR players?
I don't know, but maybe you had one built into an old TV. Alright, what I'm going to do is, I want you to promise your fans on the air you're going to do this. I want to send you the ECW One Night Stand documentary DVD, not One Night Stand, Rise and Fall of ECW documentary, and I want you to promise your fans you're going to watch it.
Well, I can do that. I have a DVD.
Right.
I've got a DVD player.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can give you a link to just download it and watch it on your computer, but either way, you got to promise to watch it, because I guarantee you, if you see that, you'll be hooked, because all the DVDs are that style, and it's just great shit, man.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. And no, I mean, you just said it, dude. I go on YouTube all the time and Google, you know, old school ECW videos, dude, and they're fucking insane, bro. They're awesome, man. I put them up on Facebook.
Yeah, you forget how fucking crazy they were back in the day.
I put some Dudley Boys stuff up, dude, where, you know, they taunted a fan to jump off the balcony, and they used to come out, and, you know, Devon would grab the mic first, and he'd be like, first of all, I want every single one of you to shut the fuck up, dude. Every single promo he would start it out
like. Did some crazy shit too. The Matt Transit incident where he asked him to blade him in the ring and he damn near cut his fucking head off. That plays into that clip you were playing before we went on the air, because that's something I don't know anything about, and you just brought it to my attention before we started the show. When do you want to talk about that?
What?
The new Jack Brian Knobs song.
I was just gonna bring it up right now, dude. We'll get into news. Yeah, we'll get into news later in hour number 2. But what you guys heard, if you tuned in before we went live, there's an 11-minute video. We put it up. It's on WZROnline.com. Cheap plug right there. There was a fight on Tuesday night, a legit, real-life backstage fight at an indie show on Tuesday night that involved New Jack and Brian Knobs.
Let me get this straight. Brian Knobs is the fat one with the yellow hair, not the black hair nasty boy.
That is correct.
Hogan's buddy.
Correct. Brian Knobs. And there was an altercation, backstage fight, that happened on Tuesday night. And we played the audio of that before we came on. Basically, New Jack came out in an interview today and said that he went up, you know, Brian Knobs was drunk, or basically said he was drinking beer, came, tried to cut a promo, you know, about up-and-coming wrestlers that were the future of the business, and then brought up, you know, that New Jack couldn't wrestle. And New Jack didn't take kindly to that, got up and punched him in his face. And I guess they got into it backstage, and New Jack went on and he explained everything in the audio that we put up. Just go to WZROnline.com, and it's about 3 or 4 posts down, and you can check it out. But yeah, that was, I guess, pretty big.
That's crazy, man, because Knobs is known for like getting in brawls all the time. And obviously, New Jack's got justifiable homicides on the record. He's killed people. But yeah, those two, I would pay for a cell phone video of that, because I guarantee you somebody has a clip somewhere.
People don't realize that New Jack murdered somebody, and is out of jail, obviously. But back in the day, he murdered somebody, and I don't know.
I think more than one person, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a few justifiable homicides on it, which means he, you know, killed somebody, but he was protecting himself.
Right. That's pretty much it. He killed somebody, but was protecting himself, like Boone said, and then.
I didn't even know about that one until the E60 came out.
Yeah, Scott Hall killed somebody as well. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, no, it was pretty crazy. So we'll talk more about, you know, the Rock's heat, like we talked about, the injuries from Raw, New Jack, and check this out before we get into Elimination Chamber.
Alright.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, shit. Everybody ready for a Ryan Clark rant? Because here we gotta get like a theme song intro. It's time for a Ryan Clark rant. He's pissed off. Now, you know, something jingly like radio, but like then you just start bitching. That'd be great.
Should we get the, we can play the Kurt Angle theme song, right?
That's good. All right, so the Ryan Clark rant is related to Kurt Angle, so of course we got to get Kurt Angle's music queued up. I'm killing time, man, when it loads it up. Everybody, you suck.
You suck.
Yeah. Pissed off. Ryan Clark is pissed off at an Olympic champion.
Alright, so check it out, man. Earlier today, we put up an article on the website where Kurt had came out and sent out some tweets last night, right, regarding, everybody knows about this Chris Brown feud that's been ongoing with CM Punk. Kurt Angle came out on Twitter last night, and he said, I agree that CM Punk is right about Chris Brown, but why are you involved? For publicity? Punk talks a good game, but for what? More Twitter, ... I guess more Twitter followers or something like that, right? And the tweet was later deleted from his Facebook page, or from his Twitter account, right? So we put up on the website that Kurt Angle had posted, and keep in mind that Kurt's been involved, let's not forget, Kurt's been involved in domestic disputes himself.
Well, there was a few times, if I'm not mistaken, too, that Angle did this, where he would tweet something, and then it would disappear, and he would claim somebody hacked his account, and he never wrote it, and this and that.
Right, and it's always the hack. He plays the hack card, this, that, and the other thing. Well, he was in a domestic dispute. You guys remember Raka-Khan, right? She accused him of a bunch of things, just a couple years ago, last year, the year before, a couple years now. And so he came out, and he replied. Basically what I do is any article that we put up on the website, I put it up, only the big stories, only the big stuff. The things that I feel are big, I put them up on Facebook.
Controversial stuff.
Right.
Like,
And I put them up on Facebook, the big stories, and I link them to WZROnline.com. I do the same exact thing on Twitter. Basically anything that goes up on Facebook, it goes up on Twitter as well. So I go and I put @TheRealKurtAngle, or whatever his Twitter handle is, and I linked him to the article, right? And he went and read the article, and then replied, @Ryan Clark WZR. I deleted it? ? No, I didn't. I meant what I said. So I went back thinking.
I deleted it? ? Or I believe it?
I deleted it? ?
I deleted it. Okay.
All right. So I go back and I think to myself, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe the tweets are still there, right? Maybe they're
buried. You didn't see it.
They're just buried further down. So I went and he's had a couple tweets today and a couple tweets yesterday, and then before that it was a couple days ago. So I went back and I cannot find these tweets anywhere, right? So I'm thinking, what the fuck is this dude talking about? So I tweeted him back and I said, I can't find the tweets, dude. If you can show me where these tweets are, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And then a bunch of people retweeted me and said, yo, Kurt, you're a fucking idiot, blah, 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 blah. And it all went to Kurt's page. So right before we came on the air here tonight, apparently Kurt could not find the tweets. They mysteriously disappeared. Who knows where they went? Maybe a hacker or somebody hacked in. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. You'd have to ask Kurt. So he came out and, basically, I guess, trying to prove that, maybe I did delete those tweets, but I could still talk about it. So he said, nobody should be judging anyone else. Chris Brown was wrong. I don't agree with what Chris Brown did. How about they both drop it? All I'm saying is we are all for refraining for battered woman. Don't pick one person. Unite at fight. Don't fight one man. Fight the problem. What the fuck?
I don't even know what that means.
Say what, dude? So Kurt Angle and little Twitter war, but the dude could whoop my ass, and I'll leave it at that. I don't want to.
I'll kick Kurt Angle's ass.
Yeah, I'll bet you will, dude. I think Kurt Angle would destroy both of us, dude, at the same time.
He would probably end my life. I don't care how many pills and beers he's on, he would still destroy me.
Right. So anyways, Kurt in a little Twitter war today with me, and what are you going to do? We're going to take a phone call. Maybe it's Kurt. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on? Nope, you're out of here. Peace.
Maybe I hear the radio in the background, so he was on.
Maybe it was Kurt, right? Maybe he's so fucked up he can't talk.
I would have shit my pants just now if he said, hey, I know where you live and I'm telling you. Oh my god, I didn't mean it, man. It was just a radio joke, I promise.
Right, what are you going to do? Anyway, so Kurt Angle is...
What's the static there? What do we got?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, kind of douchery. You know what I'm saying, dude? There's some douche...
Do we have a caller on the line?
No, I hung up.
Alright, what's up with all the static? Hold on.
I don't know. But anyway, so Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, kind of douchebag, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm just Just saying.
Sonny, there was a bunch of people you'd be getting into it with on Twitter.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But anyways, so we're going to put up an article with Kurt's new tweets. I've already got written up. We're just going to post it after we go off the air here tonight. And what are you going to do? We'll see what we can... See if we can't rile Kurt Angle up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
I don't want to rile his ass up. You can say that.
Yeah, he's pretty riled up, man. Well, it got him talking about Chris Brown again, man. He deleted the tweets. He said nothing about it, and now he's back blasting Chris Brown. So, what are you going to do? Anyways, Chris Brown and Rihanna.
Did you see that video that CM Punk did about Chris Brown?
I did, and all the media picked it up and everything else. And listen, WWE's not going to bring Chris Brown in to do an angle. They want to distance themselves from, you know, a guy that's accused, not even accused. He's pretty much been convicted, but he got no jail time out of it. Not only that, but Chris Brown and Rihanna are back together.
I know. They just put a song out yesterday, too, on that rap site we checked.
2 songs, man. 2 songs.
Was it 2 songs?
And if you listen to the songs, it's all about beating people up and pulling guns on people and punching them in the face and blah, blah. It's like, Jesus, dude, what is going on?
Battered wife effect. They keep going back, you know?
I guess, man. I don't know what the deal is, but whatever. Anyways, so that's...
Broads are crazy.
Yeah, broads are crazy. Where's Tiff tonight?
She is being crazy. I can't say what she's doing right now on the air, but I'll line it to you right now. Keep talking.
She's being a crazy one, huh? Well, broads are crazy. You said broads are crazy, so there you go. What are you gonna do?
You'll be happy to know that I'm not part of it as well.
Oh boy. Oh, I do. That's not the good, man. Not the good.
I got a radio show to do. I can't be doing that crap.
That's my boy right there. See?
Thank you.
That's what I like to see.
Somebody earlier said I was drunk too. I haven't had a sip of alcohol today or yesterday.
Now people in the chat room, see, when they come on here and Boone says, yeah, I'm shit-faced, blah, 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 you know, they say, oh, yeah, we love it. Boone says he's not drunk tonight, dude. He's not doing nothing bad, man. Give it up for him. Man, I like that, man. I like that a lot.
Show some commitment. I'm working harder. I'm staying sober. What are we going to do here? Take our job seriously?
That's my boy. Hey, that's my boy right there, man. That's my man. All right, let's take this.
It's pretty sad that I get like praise for not being a complete drunken retard and doing my job like I'm paid to do anyway. Like, good job. You're doing your job that you're supposed to do anyway. Good job. You're not getting drunk and puking all over yourself. Good
all
right,
job. Let's take this call again. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up? I'm gonna give you one more. Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on?
My bad, man. My phone keeps losing service. My question is, I've been reading a blog on the internet about The Rock and the John Cena match. And I'm just trying to get a couple of questions, like, why there's so much negativity towards The Rock, and like people are like,
I'll tell you what.
down on The Rock.
I'll tell you what, man. Call back in hour number 2. We're gonna get into no. We're gonna get into. Callie is calling though, and he knows better, man. It's hour number 1. No, it's hour number 1, man. But listen, we're gonna get into that in hour number 2, and we're gonna be taking your live phone calls too, because I want to hear what you guys have to say about. Look at all these phone calls. Wait till hour number 2, guys. If you're calling in right now, I promise. If you call back after 9 o'clock Eastern time, we'll get to you. We're gonna talk about The Rock and everything else. So we'll get to you, I promise. So that's it. Oh, here we go with plugs and then Elimination Chamber and then Monday Night Raw from last night. The official website of WZR Radio, WZROnline.com. We are on Facebook as well. Go to Facebook.com/WZR Army. We're on Twitter as well. Just go to WZROnline.com. Go to the top navigation bar. You can click the social media tab, and all the links to the social stuff are up there, WZROnline.com. We're going to be doing the rapid fire segment in hour number 2 as well. We'll do a thread here in just a couple minutes. Actually, you want to plug that real quick, Boone?
Rapid fire?
Yeah, please.
Everybody head over to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. My man Clark's going to put a post up right now. He's going to ask for rapid fire questions or comments. Basically, you just ask a question or comment, and we will answer it in 1 or 2 lines, 1 or 2 words, and just bang as many of them out as we can. So, Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
There you go. All right, here we go. WWE Elimination Chamber from this past Sunday night. What did you guys think in the chat room? School letter grade? No D-, D+, F-, F+, no such thing.
Yes, there is. Don't do that. Just do it.
No, there's not, but that's all right. So what do you guys think? Top to bottom, Elimination Chamber. I give it a B-, man. A B-. I know. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't know. It wasn't bad, you know.
Which chamber match was better, Raw or SmackDown?
I thought Raw at first, and then SmackDown came after it, and SmackDown blew it out of the water. So
let me get this straight, what you just said. I said, which chamber match was better, Raw or SmackDown? He said, actually, I thought Raw was better, but then SmackDown came after it, and I thought that was better. So how could...
Well, no, Raw started the show, and I said nothing's going to be able to top this chamber. It was a great,
that's what you meant. Okay,
it was a great match, and then SmackDown chamber ended the show, or came close to ending the show. So, did it end the show? No, the ambulance match ended the show. So here we go. We kicked things off. Obviously, they're not going to do back-to-back elimination chamber matches, right? You're going to kill the crowd with that. So you get one at the start, one at the end, or close to the end, right? Raw elimination chamber opens it up. It was CM Punk and Kofi Kingston. They opened things up. They had a really good match for what it was worth. And then Dolph Ziggler came in, right? R-Truth came in after that, so you had 3 faces in there and 1 heel. Punk was able to pin R-Truth. I'm trying to think of the other big...
you gotta tell me at some point, too, what happened, because I put the picture up, but what happened with Kofi Kingston that caused him to split his head open so bad? What spot made that happen?
We don't know, dude, but you posted the photo up, and it was nasty, man.
He worked Raw, didn't he?
He worked Raw, so they had it taped up good. And I didn't see any blood during the match where any...
They need to give that guy a push, man, again. I don't know what the hell they're doing. He's fucking a great worker. When he's serious on his promo, he's not a bad promo, and obviously he's a hard worker because if he gashed his head open and he still worked the next night, that's commitment.
You know what, dude? I think he's got all the potential in the world. It's just, I'm not the one that's...
Look at his spot at the Royal Rumble where he's on his hands fucking walking. I mean, the guy is amazing. Look at him in the Money in the Bank ladder matches at WrestleMania when he's running up the damn ladders and shit. The guy is a great athlete.
Right, yeah, no doubt. I mean, I agree, man. Kofi Kingston's one of the next big guys. It's all about creative,
He could be, yeah.
Coming up with the storyline to push the guy, you know what I mean? But the fact he's there, he's in the Elimination Chamber, so that's cool. He's right there on the verge of main event if they want to bring him up to that level, you know what I mean? But the fact that
there's so many guys in the chamber match. I mean, he's obviously one of the top mid-card guys, but I want to see him break through to that next level like they were teasing him 2 years ago. The crowd gets behind it when they push him. I don't know why they keep putting the brakes on it.
So what? The Raw Elimination Chamber they did an injury angle with Chris Jericho. This was weird, man. It was so weird as, Jericho went to the outside and they did this angle where he hit the cameraman, bumped his head, and then he went to the back, and I'm thinking...
the Punk kicked him, though. Kicked him out of the cage.
Punk kicked him out of the cage, and they did this injury angle, and then, after the show was over on WZROnline.com, they put up this thing that said... Chris Jericho said, I never lost the match, and, I suffered an injury, but I never lost the chamber match. It was just weird the way they did it. The final 2, it came down to CM Punk and The Miz. I thought The Miz being in there with, all the heat that's been generated over the past couple of weeks, with the R-Truth botch on Raw. And, other things that have happened backstage. I mean, people say that he acts like a kid. And you can see that in interviews, dude. Any interview that you see, whether he goes on like a local Fox affiliate or CBS or any local affiliate, you see that The Miz comes across as such just an immature cornball. You know what I mean, dude? It's like...
He seems to have like a pretty good ego going, too.
He's all about himself, you know what I mean? It's like he plays the gimmick in real life, you know what I mean? I mean, listen, dude is great. I mean, guy can work.
He's got a good promo. He's got good in-ring work. Yeah, what is he, banging Maurice? God bless him for that.
He is banging Maurice, so you can't fucking...
Son of a bitch.
So what, the match ended, Punk got the win with the GTS, right? And that was that, so what are you going to do?
By the way, photos of Miz and Maurice on the red carpet at WZROnline.com. Continue.
Posted by Matt Boone on Monday. Good shit, man. Good shit. Santino Marella, they did the Rocky thing backstage. They played the Rocky theme, and he was eating the raw eggs, and then he threw up the eggs, right? He was getting all pumped up for his match, the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Beth Phoenix versus Tamina Snuka for the Divas title. Let me tell you something, man. We always bitch about Divas matches, but you had 2 of your best workers in WWE. Beth Phoenix and Tamina tore down the house on Sunday night, man.
I haven't caught Tamina's act yet. She's, the niece of Superfly Snuka, or?
I think it's the daughter, unless I'm mistaken. Somebody in the chat room correct me, right? It's his daughter, I believe.
I believe it's his daughter.
Think so, yeah, the daughter. But yeah, I mean, Tamita's got it, you know, and they're using the Snuka last name, which is cool. You know what I mean? Instead of just Tamina, they're doing the.
By the way, not to interrupt you again, but Rygal in the chat, cleared it up. He said Kofi busted his own head open during the flip bottom move to Jericho, right after the spot where Jericho pulled Punk's arm in the chamber door.
I bought my tickets, speaking of Rygal in the chat, right? Bought my tickets to...
Hey, you meeting up at Ring of Honor?
Ring of Honor down in New York City. I'll meet up with anybody, man. March 4th. It's a Sunday. It's an afternoon show. I lost my tickets, though. I bought the train tickets, and I had already bought... I had fifth row tickets or something like that, dude, for the event. I lost them, man, so it's a waste of $100. I got to go and buy general admission tickets now. Yeah.
You can't get like a new set sent to you or something?
No, because I paid with cash in New York City, so there's no way. There's no way they can track it. Well, they weren't taking credit cards, you know what I mean, down there. And they weren't even selling general admission tickets. It was only floor seats. And I shouldn't have got them because I wanted general admission anyways, but I lost the tickets. So anyways, Rygal, March 4th, gonna fucking puke. You gonna puke again, buddy? No.
Oh, that was the guy that puked?
I'm playing. I'm joking. We're gonna get fucked up, though. No doubt.
He seemed a little embarrassed when we brought it up a few weeks ago.
Well, I know. Well, what are you gonna do, dude? Well, listen, we're gonna get tanked. I'll believe that, man. Sunday, March 4th, we're getting shit-faced, my man.
Yeah, you're gonna drink like your name was Matt Boone. That means you're getting fucked.
Long Island iced teas, baby. Nah, that'll be a good time, man.
You drink Long Island iced teas?
I do, down in New York City.
A little bit fruity. But
no, listen, the strongest drinks you will ever taste in your life, bro.
It's like seven different kinds of liquor.
I don't know, man, but they make them strong as shit down in New York City at the Hammerstein Ballroom, man. I've never had a drink that. Every time I go, dude, I said, was that a mistake? And then every time I go, it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Every time, it's like 10 shots of vodka and some ice.
How expensive are the fucking drinks over there?
Yeah, it's like $11 a drink, man. It's crazy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
They get away with murder in arenas and
it's pretty crazy. Well, that's a mixed drink. I think you can get a beer for $7 or $8 or something like that.
Oh, is that all?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to pay $8 for a beer, why not pay the extra $3?
Exactly. And then you get too fucked up and you can't drive home. Like, $8 is a whole 12-pack. That is fucking rape. Jesus Christ.
You know, I went to a convenience store today. Speaking of money, right? I had $4 in my pocket, right? Give people 2 sodas if you want, $2 sodas, right? Blah 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 blah.
Right.
And I never play the lottery because it's worthless, dude. It's a waste of money. You never win, dude. So, anyways, I bought two $2 scratch-off tickets. Scratch the first one off, loser, of course. Scratch the second one off, $50, my man.
Oh, of course you're the kind of guy that wins too. It's like I could play my whole life and never win once.
I got a $50.
You got $1 trillion in the bank and you get free $50.
Yeah, but you know what? The deal. I mean, if somebody won $50, they would go take that $50 and buy 50 more scratch-off tickets.
I know. I've seen people do that shit.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
It's like, what are you doing, man? I took my $50 and got the fuck out of there, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's what you do at the horse track too. If you're up a decent amount, get the fuck out of there. Don't go blowing it all back.
Yeah, because they set you up to lose, man. The lottery, they set you. It's just like Las Vegas, man. They set you up to lose, man. You're never gonna win.
The whole point of gambling, you win, you feel like, oh yeah, how much more can I win? And before you know it, oh, I'm down how much?
Yeah, it's crazy. They set you up, especially on scratch-off tickets, dude. They set you up to lose, man. It's Vegas. It's the New York State lottery. It's every state's lottery. You know, you're not gonna win.
Yep.
Anyways, it's a huge scam. It should be illegal, but whatever. Anyways, so Beth Phoenix and Tamina Snuka for the Divas title. They tore down the house here. Beth Phoenix retained. Really good match for a Divas match. There was a in-ring promo, man, and this is why you don't pay. I mean, you don't pay $40 for a pay-per-view to view shit like this, man. John Laurinaitis, David Otunga came out, right? And Laurinaitis has got a big announcement. And before he could get to the big announcement, Alberto Del Rio comes out, Mark Henry comes out, Christian comes out, all guys that have been out with injuries and whatnot, right? So they all come out, and Laurinaitis is campaigning to become the new general manager of both SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, right? He's already Monday Night Raw interim GM, so he wants to be the GM of SmackDown, right? And everybody comes out, Christian, Mark Henry, and Alberto Del Rio, and they claim that, you know, Teddy Long's a bully, and they want him out, right? And they ended up taking a group photo. David Otunga took the photo, and then it went up.
You can check that photo out at WZROnline.com. Continue.
Courtesy of Matt Boone, posted on Monday. Then we had the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. It was Daniel Bryan, Great Khali, Big Show, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, and Santino Marella. This was for the world title. It came down to Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, and Santino Marella. Then Barrett was eliminated. He missed an elbow off the top rope. And then it came down to Daniel Bryan and Santino. And the crowd loved Santino, bro. I mean, I've never heard pops like this.
Whoa. The last two in the chamber were
Santino.
Daniel Bryan and Santino.
And Santino, Randy Orton got injured, right?
Yeah. How is he doing, by the way? How long is he going to be out?
I don't think he's going to miss WrestleMania, so that would bring him back within 6 weeks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we'll see what happens. So it came down to Santino Marella, and the idea with Santino is two things, right? They did the Rocky thing, the underdog thing, and the idea is based off Jeremy Lin. He's a New York Knick. He's a guy that's an up-and-comer and is basically the underdog. He was a bench player.
Is that the Asian basketball player?
The Asian sensation, Linsanity.
Did you see that rant I sent you? Dana White went on about
Floyd
Mayweather talking shit about him?
Right, yeah, I saw it. I
never even heard of this guy.
He went to Harvard, right? And he's the first Asian, player in the NBA to become a starter. And basically,
what about Yao Ming?
Well, no, he's there's some something with an American born or something like that. You know what I mean?
Asian American.
Native American, blah 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 blah.
Asian American.
A Native American, what?
Asian American. I'm Native American.
Oh, you said
fucker.
Native American? What? No.
Yeah, Native American.
What's the Native American again, motherfucker? No.
I'll get into it.
All right, no doubt. Anyways,
you could say American Indian if you wanted to use Indian, by the way. But you gotta use American first.
I'm a Native American too.
There you go. Be proud of it.
I'm a native of America, right?
I'll just talk about the fucking
All right. So anyway, Jeremy Lin, right? So he's an underdog, right? And so they hype him up, right? And it comes down to Santino and Daniel Bryan. And be honest with me in the chat room, when you were watching that match and they did near fall after near fall after near fall, I know damn well it crossed your mind. You were thinking, is there a chance right now that Santino Marella seriously becomes world champion? And then I'm thinking to myself,
I didn't watch it. I can tell you right now, there's no damn way. For 2 seconds.
No. Now listen, I know you got WrestleMania coming up, and it seems crazy to have Santino Marella go into WrestleMania as a headliner. Of course, that's not going to happen, right? Everybody knows.
But even like I have a one-day title, I don't see him doing that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And the thought that went through my head was this. Santino Marella wins this match at the pay-per-view. They shock the world, right? Vince loves to do this. He loves to pull a big swerve, right? They shock the world. Santino wins. Then you've got a live SmackDown on Tuesday night. You can take the title right back off of him at the live SmackDown, and then go into WrestleMania. You got a six week build, and you have your champion, whoever that is, whether it be Daniel Bryan or anybody, whoever would have won it on Tuesday night. You would have had them go into WrestleMania. But I thought for a second that there was a chance that Santino Marella was going to win that. And I think if you were watching that pay, and they did near fall after near fall after near fall, and you're thinking maybe, just maybe, they will pull a swerve. And they didn't do it. They had Daniel Bryan retain. I don't know. If you watched the pay-per-view, dude, you would have said there's a chance right now. That and especially with the crowd reaction, the way that the crowd was reacting to everything that Santino did.
They told a good story in the ring, and they had people convinced that, oh shit, how could he not get the 3 count off of this?
Well, they had me convinced, but not the fact that Santino was going to main event WrestleMania. The fact that there was a live SmackDown 2 days later, and they could have easily.
You could pop an easy rating on SmackDown Live.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But nonetheless, didn't happen. Daniel Bryan retained. And the SmackDown Chamber was much better than the Raw Elimination Chamber. They said there was a backstage segment earlier in the show between Jack Swagger and Justin Gabriel. So they threw this on there at the last minute. It was for the United States title. And Jack Swagger retained. Yeah, obviously, Justin Gabriel's not going to win the title. So Jack Swagger retained the U.S. title. And then the main event was John Cena versus Kane in an ambulance match, and pretty good match for what it was, man. The ambulance was parked inside the arena. The end of the match came, John Cena got on top of the ambulance and hit the FU or the attitude adjustment off the top of the ambulance, and it looked so cheesy, man. I mean, I understand for the casual fan, it was like, holy shit, Kane just went off the top of an ambulance, but when Kane hit, dude, you could hear like an airbag or something down below, dude. Yeah.
Did they kill off the Cena, Kane, Eve Torres, Zack Ryder? Did they finish that thing up? Because obviously Cena's focus was on Rock last night. Rock will be on Raw next week to go on Cena. Next pay-per-view is WrestleMania. They can't have Kane and all that shit intertwined in this. They got to completely focus Cena on the Rock now, not Zack Ryder.
They carried it over to Raw last night, right? And then you had Raw Monday night, and you had the opening segment that dealt with John Cena and Eve and everybody else.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
But after that, John Cena came out for a second promo, and that was where they went right into the Rock storyline. So it seems like next week, I mean, Even and Zack Ryder are probably going to do their own little thing.
The last thing I saw, I think it was last week, it was Cena saved Eve from the ambulance to build up to the chamber, and then they kissed, and then Zack Ryder caught it, and like it was like a fucking soap opera. It was so cheesy, but they gotta stop the cheesy Kane. And the girl and his buddy and the wheelchair. They got to focus Cena Rock. It's got to be all about Cena Rock now.
I think it will be next week when as soon as Rock comes in, it'll all be about Cena and Rock. And they kind of blew it off last night on Raw. I mean, when Ryder returns, Ryder's gonna have he'll have it out with Eve Torres, and they'll continue it that way.
And Kane, Zack Ryder. But okay, what about how many times is Rock booked for Raw before Mania? He's got, 3 shots?
No, every Raw from next week until WrestleMania. And the night after, Rock is going to be there. Every single Raw from next week on.
I'm asking WWE one small favor. Start fucking putting Mick Foley on TV. And if we got Taker Triple H stuff, Punk Jericho stuff, Rock on Raw every week, if you get Foley in, I will literally sit here and watch every segment of every show of Raw for the next several weeks, and this radio show will be a whole lot better.
No, I gotta tell you, dude, starting next week, Raw is gonna get real good, man.
Must-see TV.
It's gonna be must-see TV because you're gonna have The Rock there every week. You're gonna have, the Hall of Fame stuff with the announcements and everything like that. It's gonna be in full WrestleMania mode, and this is where even if WWE sucks all year long, the lead up and the post WrestleMania Raw is where things get really, really good, man. So, what's that?
Who's going to be the Hall of Fame main event this year? Who's the main induction?
Oh, the 4 Horsemen.
Oh, okay, the 4 Horsemen. I was going to say, because Mick Foley needs to get inducted. Macho Man, if they can get over the bullshit with Stephanie, they need to induct him. Edge, that's right. Is Edge going in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
They're putting Edge in before Foley. My God.
No, we don't have the whether the Horsemen go in last or whether Edge goes in last.
But the fact that Edge is getting inducted right now and Foley's still not in the Hall of Fame, like how could you induct Edge before Foley?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I never really thought about Foley yet.
Yeah, I know. It slipped my mind until the other day. I forget what I was watching. I'm like, holy shit, Mick Foley's not even in the Hall of Fame yet, and he's a huge name.
Why can't I find the John Cena Raw promo?
I don't know. I know it's up on my website. You could go there if you want.
No, well, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to YouTube because we're gonna go to the break, but I cannot. I posted this just a couple.
Here, just do the show. I'll go get you the link.
All right, yeah. I cannot find this for the life of me. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Thanks for coming out on a Wednesday night, guys. I know we had the live SmackDown last night, so it's awesome that everybody showed up.
I know I was drunk last week because you told me, what was it, yesterday or Monday? Don't forget, we don't do the show till Wednesday. I was like, really? That's the first time hearing of it. You said, no, it's not. I told you on the show last week. I said, oh, yeah. I do not remember that. Whoops.
So get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. In hour number 2, we're going to come back. We're going to run down Monday Night Raw real quick. Remember to go to facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. We've got the rapid fire thing. Just make it one line, you know what I'm saying, so I don't have to read this on air, and we're just answering with, just like a one-sentence reply to all this stuff. So don't go do a fucking 3-page letter on the Facebook and expect me to read it. I'm going to skip over those comments. So just go, I don't think this is going to work, man.
That's a YouTube link.
Yeah, but it may, all right, no doubt. How long is it? 6 minutes?
It's 6 minutes, 23 seconds.
All right, 6 minutes, 23 seconds. We're going to be back. We're going to play the John Cena promo from Monday Night Raw this past...
Semi-shooting on The Rock, or Dwayne, we should say, and he took some pretty heavy shots at him, too.
He did. No, this is... I'll tell you what, man. This came across as really... I mean, one of John Cena's better promos. And then what we'll do is we'll play the John Cena promo. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit of Monday Night Raw from last night. Then we're going to get into the big news. And we're going to have a discussion on, The Rock and how you guys feel about him coming back for a big WrestleMania payday.
UFC this weekend in Japan, too. We should probably touch on that a little bit as well.
Yeah, let's do it, man. We'll do it when we come back on the flip side. This is about 6 minutes long, so we'll play this 6 minutes and 24 seconds. We'll be back. You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after this.
We know The Rock's listening. It is cold outside, but it is about to get hot in here. You see, before I was interrupted by the skankopotamus, I was out here to talk about WrestleMania. I was out here to talk about The Rock. The guy who's not here this week. But wait. The guy who's going to be here next week to address me. That's going to be a fun time. I used to love that chant. It's tough for me to even call him The Rock anymore because I used to love The Rock just like you guys. And then he morphed into Dwayne and became a disciple of Team Filmin. You see, Dwayne is no longer the people's champion. Dwayne is a champion with people. He has an entourage of his little goons. He's got Brian. You saw his picture on The Tonight Show, the guy who writes all of his jokes. He's got Hiram, the guy that I got to talk to the other guy to even get close to Dwayne. And then he's got a crackpot staff of rent-a-cops to make sure nobody messes up that $1 million smile. This is the part where I'm supposed to say, I look forward to WrestleMania because I personally respect The Rock. I don't. I respect and congratulate Dwayne Johnson for what he's done. Multiple global #1 box office hits. He convinced the WWE Universe that I have a mangina. And he can make his boobs bounce. But through all that funny comedy shtick, I have a legitimate beef with Dwayne Johnson. And it's been the same problem I've had with him for 7 years. Next week, he should show up, raise an eyebrow, hold the millions in the palm of his hand like only he can, and then kick it back to Hollywood. Because I got news for you. That is exactly what's going to happen. Dwayne, I want you to listen. This is not a movie promotion for me. For those who saw the reunion, there's not going to be a reunion 2. And for those of you who begged to watch 12 rounds, after halfway through, you're like, man, probably should have gone 3 rounds tops. But the thing I'm most proud of, the thing that makes me sleep at night, through all that BS, I always showed up and I never left. And when it comes down to Dwayne, the first time he got a taste of the bright lights of Hollywood, he was out of here faster than I could say, Rocky, don't go. And then a year ago, he came back. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. Finally, The Rock has come home, and he's never leaving again. And then he left again. Yeah. You know what? Vince is probably going to find me for this one, but the only reason he came back in the first place was to promote Fast 5 and launch his Twitter account. April 1st means everything to me, because I'm not just fighting for me. I'm fighting for every person behind that curtain whose dream was to be in this ring. I'm fighting for every person behind that curtain whose dream was to be a WWE superstar and stay a WWE superstar. I fight at WrestleMania for the very, very small percentage of people that walk this planet and say, I am proud to be, I'm sorry, a professional wrestler. You know what? Hey, you know what the greatest thing about April 1st is going to be? The greatest thing, April 9th. The Monday after, when I'm at Monday Night Raw and Dwayne's on a movie set sipping a Mai Tai laughing at his stunt double. This got real quick. I want you guys to enjoy all this. We got 41 days to WrestleMania, and it is going to be one hell of a ride. But I promise, Rocky, as entertaining as you're going to be, as much as you're going to try to bring it, as many boots as you want to put to as many asses, you don't got the club in the bag, son. I'm here, I've been here, I'll always be here. You're going to have to kill me to beat me. The headline reads, John Cena defeats Dwayne Johnson in the biggest match in history in his hometown, Miami, Florida, at WrestleMania 28. I'll see you next week, movie star.
School's back in session, motherfuckers. What up? What's going on, man?
That was a good promo.
That was a great promo, man. He killed it, man.
Which one did you like better, that one or the one where he came back and did the battle rap? Was it last year?
The battle rap. You know what? When I was YouTubing, that's all that was coming up. Some battle rap from February. It was the same date, dude. It was February 21st, 2011, man, or February 21st, 2011.
It was leading into WrestleMania last year. They did it because Rock was the host. Remember?
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that, man. But that's all that was coming up when I was trying to YouTube that for the break. But it was, that was a great promo, dude. That was, I'll tell you what, man.
Like what he said. I mean, for even when he's where he smiles and his teeth go ding, like he's such a good guy. But
right.
When he takes shit serious and he gets fired up,
right.
The man could cut a promo.
He can, listen, all it takes is a gimmick change for somebody, you know what I mean? Whether he were to go heel, if John Cena were to become a heel, it would do wonders for him, But
well, if he was a heel, he wouldn't be doing goofy shit. And like we said, when he's serious, he's awesome. So that's why I think people hate because they know he's capable of being like a great promo and a great character, but because he wants to appeal to little kids and and this and that,
right.
He's got to be this fucking goofball, wannabe Rock. It sucks.
It does. It's crazy, man. It really is. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens after WrestleMania. I don't think a heel turn. You know what, dude? I'm gonna take this fucking call just to shut this guy up. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, my name is Travis 2 Times, and if you don't mind, I'd like to get a quick plug-in before we get started.
You can get a quick plug in. You've been calling all night long, so what's the plug? What's going on?
Hashtag TIPeeps, theimpactplayers.net, and at Travis 2 times on Twitter.
All right.
You do a great job. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
All right. No doubt.
Can I get a quick free plug then?
3. That's what I was gonna say. 3. It's all good though, man. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Oh boy, I'm just kind of wrapped up on the whole Cena thing and wrapped up on the Chris Brown. I'm just trying to catch up and see where you guys are at right now.
All right, so this dude calls up. He says, "Yo, he says, I want to get my plug in, dude. I got no questions, but I got one plug. Not one plug.
Here's my question. Can you talk about a Cena promo? Oh, you mean the one we just played and just got done talking about?
He said,
and also the Chris Brown thing. Oh, you mean that we spent 20 minutes on an hour one? Sure.
Oh, come on. The dude wanted a plug. He got his plug,
What's up with that static? My God.
I don't hear any stat. I think it's on your end, man.
Sounds horrible.
I don't know. I think it's on you. It might be your phone or something like that. I don't know.
It's gone now, whatever it was.
Anyways, hold on a second.
Anyways, let's.
Now you give me a second. I got an inhaler here. I
was trying to kill time by making fun of you.
That's what I get for smoke. I got an inhaler, man. Hold on.
Like what? For asthma?
You gotta hold that in. You gotta hold it in. Yes, for asthma, man. I can't.
You're smoking weed, you fucking liar.
Listen, I cannot breathe at nighttime, man. So I got an inhaler, and I wake up in the middle of the night. That's what I get for smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have asthma?
Yeah, I got I think it's too much smoking, and I'm trying to cut back on smoking. So my sister goes and she gets inhalers, and they come with 150 different hits, I guess you could call it. You want to accuse me of smoking marijuana, but it's
a joke. No, I hear if you don't have asthma and you use an asthma inhaler, you can get sick.
You can. She's got one out there that has some sort of steroid in it, and she won't let me take that one. But this is just the regular, it says Ventolin HFA or something on it, too. But
it's good for your lungs.
Oh man, when I can't breathe, dude, I'll tell you what though, when I can't breathe and I take a hit of that of this inhaler, it just, it's automatically boom, you can breathe again. It's crazy.
Is it albuterol? That's what the guy in the chat said. I think that's what my sister uses too, is albuterol.
It says Ventolin. I can't. It's in like a container that I press down when I the one that your sister has that she won't let you use. That's albuterol. Yeah, that might be the other one. That one's a purple one. It's like a round thing that, I don't know. Whatever.
I got the same problem as you with smoking. The first, hour of the day, I can't breathe when I wake up. That first cigarette I smoke, I fucking choke on every drag. It's pathetic.
No, you got to get one. I got the same problem, man. But when I wake up, I just take a hit of this, and you're good to go, man. I call it a hit. You know what I'm saying?
You take a puff of. There's really no. Any term you use is gonna sound like weed, but yeah, you got to take a hit of the inhaler.
This thing is, I love this thing, man. If it wasn't for this thing, I don't know what the hell I'd do. You know what I mean? But anyway. So we're here in hour number 2. We got to talk a little bit of Monday Night Raw last night. Then we're going to open it up for live phone calls, and we got to get into this Raw. Let's just highlight the big things that happened on Raw, right? They opened it up, dude. You had Eve Torres. She was backstage. She was with the Bella Twins, and she said that I'm gonna go to John Cena first. John Cena's gonna come up to me and he's gonna try to apologize, blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna go to John Cena first, and
shut the fuck up, man.
I'm gonna use him. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna use John Cena, and then John Cena shows up and he's right there and he says, I caught you, blah 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 blah. And then this led to an angle. John Cena comes out to the ring to open Monday Night Raw. Eve Torres is out there. She's crying. They do the Hoskie broskies before Hoskies, which is kind of a cool. That was a cool line, right? That's not a bad line.
Yeah, it's his gimmick is saying broski. That's a funny thing to do. Hoskies before, whatever.
We had a non-PG John Cena last night. He called them both bitches or something like that, dude. That was kind of crazy to hear out of John Cena's mouth. Scandalous bitches, I believe, is what he called it.
He looked to the back and he said, "Sorry, professional wrestler."
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to say sports entertainer or whatever. I thought that was cool.
Right. So Eve winds up. She's crying. She's just a complete mess, and like every week. And John Cena just basically cut that promo. Sheamus defeated Mark Henry. Laurinaitis was backstage with Otunga. Teddy Long came in. And here's a bit of breaking news. We're gonna put this up on the website as of right now. And listen, plans can change and always do change. the storyline with Teddy Long and John Laurinaitis is probably going to lead to a match at WrestleMania. Not between them. It would basically be a team of Raw guys and a team of SmackDown guys. There would be a match with the winning team. Would basically, Teddy Long would either become the Raw and SmackDown general manager, or John Laurinaitis would become the Raw and SmackDown general manager, depending on which team wins. And we're going to have an article on that coming up as soon as we go off the air here tonight. So, but that is the current plan for WrestleMania. So we'll see if...
Well, they always got to have some kind of match to get all the smaller names so that everybody can get a WrestleMania payoff. They usually do like a battle royal.
Exactly. You get a bunch of names. If you do a 5-on-5, that's 10 guys that weren't on WrestleMania before that are now on WrestleMania. And then everybody else will probably be in a battle royal, like you said, for the DVD that comes out later. But it'd be a tag team match, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 at WrestleMania, with the stipulation being whoever's team wins, they become the general manager of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So we'll see what happens.
God, I'm so tired. My eyes keep closing.
I can tell, man. You're kind of quiet tonight, but I'm carrying it. We're doing it.
I'm quiet. I've interrupted you like 90 times. I think I'm talking too much, but that's all me trying to talk.
Listen.
Like I sit here and I'm falling asleep, and I'm like, I better start talking before I start snoring on the air for real.
Listen, I deal with a drunk Boone pretty much, and this isn't a diss, but I deal with a drunk Boone pretty much every week. And the drunk Boone cuts me off. I don't think he realizes it, but he cuts me off over and over and over again. Tonight, you haven't really cut me off, dude. Well, and maybe it's because I'm used to the drunk Boone and blah 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 blah. But tonight, you're all right. You're just kind of quiet.
All right. Okay. I felt bad because I feel like I've been interrupting you like way too much.
You're good. See, somebody in the chat room says you're good tonight, man. He is. He's real good. This is the Boone that I like. If I could get this Boone every Tuesday night, we would kill it, man. We would tear it. Besides the tiredness that.
Yeah, the tiredness is making me feel like I'm not doing too good. But if everybody thinks I'm doing all right, well, then let's do a fucking radio show, son bitch.
There you go. Get through our live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. How many people are in there tonight? What do we got? About 70, almost 70.
70 in there. About 200 on the stream. Not bad.
That's not bad for a Wednesday night, man. You got to remember, it's kind of crazy because Monday and Tuesday, the website traffic is pretty much almost double what it is, and then Wednesday, Thursday.
Any other day of the week, yeah.
Dude, it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday comes around, and traffic just tanks, man. Everybody, what'd you do? Mute? Did you mute the phone? Traffic just tanks on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, that's part of the reason we do the show on Tuesday night. It's a busy night with the SmackDown tapings and everything, but, and if we did the show on a Monday night, obviously we can't with Raw and everything else. We would get even more traffic than what we get on a weekly basis. So, but
whatever happened to the concept of you doing a show every day of the week? Whatever. Yeah, I don't even hear about it anymore. What happened to the T-shirts? What happened to all this stuff?
Well, listen. Here, all right. Let me run this down real quick.
Get an update. Come on now.
All right. As far as the weekly show, basically
the daily show.
The daily show. Well, it would have been like a Monday,
This is the weekly show. Okay.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or maybe every day throughout the week. It wouldn't be the weekends, right? Some things went down that I would rather not get into on live radio. Some things went down over the past week or so. You know the issue, man.
Okay, that thing.
I was gonna
see how that affects it.
No, it doesn't. I was gonna feature it on a bunch of different websites, and one of the websites, one of the websites that I report at, some things went down, and basically I'm still there in a much more limited role than what I was before.
This way, we didn't have a special guest when we did Elimination Chamber.
We didn't have a special guest last week either when we did Against All Odds Rundown. Yeah. But nonetheless, I'm there in a more limited role right now, and we don't feature the radio show there, and I do some other things behind the scenes at that website, and I put videos up and things like that. But it's a change from what I was used to. So basically, all the everything else is fine. It's just one site, and it was part of the plan that I was going to do this weekly show. So that's kind of been put on hold for right now. And I may just feature it on WZROnline.com as an exclusive to try to get more people over there to listen to it, at 4 or 5 o'clock on a daily basis, and kind of go about it that way. And then, as far as the T-shirts are concerned, You know who's doing the Mark's doing the T-shirts for me, and Mark.
Oh, okay.
And I've already sent the money. The money is already out. It's out of my pockets. I don't have it. He contacted me on Monday and said, listen, man, we got to come up with a final design. He is in the process of opening his own store down in Greensboro, North Carolina. And basically it's going to sell T-shirts, custom-made T-shirts, and everything else. And he's been just crazy busy with that. I actually saw some photos of the office that he rented out, or the retail space that he rented out. So he's got a major project in the works. But the money's already been sent. They're coming. I don't make the T-shirts.
Didn't you already show me a picture of the T-shirt?
I showed you the graphic for the T-shirt.
Okay, yeah.
But the money's already been sent. I don't make the T-shirts, and it's not. I haven't been screwed over on the money. I talk to Mark every day. But they're coming. I promise you, dude. The money's already been sent, so I can't go back.
How many shirts did you order? Like hundreds, or?
No, I ordered them. There's only 50 of them for right now. You know, and the money's already been sent. There's only 50 of them. They're going to be large, extra large, and 2XL. If anybody needs smaller.
Medium.
No, if anybody, well, the way I look at it, dude, is when you get a T-shirt, man, you should always go big anyways, because when you wash it, it's going to shrink. Normally, it's going to shrink.
Some people are skinny as fuck, man. You
right.
need a medium.
Well, here's the deal, though. I only got 50 of them, dude. Large, extra large, and 2XL, and 3XL.
And
then,
like to wear a radio shirt.
Well, hold on a minute, man. Hold on a minute. So, anyway,
I don't want to.
You would wear a large anyway. So what are you bitching at, dude?
I wear medium.
No, you would wear a large. Trust me, dude. You would wear a large, man. They're gonna shrink down. A medium's gonna be way too small on you.
Are they cotton shirts?
I don't know what they are. I have no idea. But anyways, so I got 50 of them for now, depending on how they sell. I don't want 200 T-shirts, and if they don't sell well, but I put a notice up on the Facebook page, and people said, I definitely want one, and I got about 100 replies, but I want to see how the first 50 go, and if they go good, then I'm going to order more. It's not like a big deal or anything. I can get them sent, pretty much.
I don't see you selling 50 shirts anyway.
You don't think I can get rid of 50? Listen.
I don't think you can sell 50. I know you can get rid of them, giveaways on the show, things like that.
Every single person that replied already knows that they're going to be $15, man. And everybody that replied on Facebook, man, had said that they would wear one. So what are you going to do? You know what I mean? They're coming, man.
How do you accept payment? Are you going to have like a credit card? So you got to do cash, checks, or
That's another hold up. PayPal. We're going to do it via PayPal, but it's another hold up. There's just a couple hold ups, man. Listen.
Right.
Money.
I'm just curious how you're going to accept payments. People need that anyway if they're buying them.
Yeah, well, when we get to that point, we'll bring it up. But listen, the money's already
early hype.
Money's already been sent, and T-shirts are about to be processed probably within the next week or so. And then once I get them, we're gonna start giving them out and mailing them out and sending them and this, that, and the other thing. So they'll be here soon. What else on Monday Night Raw before we get into the Rock thing? What other big? We had the Triple H.
Triple H Undertaker, yeah.
That was good. What did you think of that, man?
That was real good.
We had basically Taker comes out, and they're not going to reveal, as of right now, you're not going to see the new look. And I think he's going to be bald anyways when he comes out at WrestleMania, but you're not going to see the new look. Well, you know what? Here's my feeling. They know, okay, we talked about it last week. Taker went and shaved his head, and the hair didn't grow back as fast as WWE would have liked. There is still 6 weeks until WrestleMania. So my feeling is WWE is figuring, we've got 6 weeks. Let's see how it looks the week of WrestleMania. If it's grown back and we can send him out there, we'll send him out there as the normal Undertaker. If it's not grown back, we'll shave the head again and come up with a more evil look. But you've got 6 weeks.
I still want to know why they featured him cutting his hair in those videos and didn't explain why. Like, it's just random as shit.
No.
Like, why didn't they show him clipping his fingernails? Like, what's the... Why do we see him cutting his hair? What does that have to do with anything?
Because we know the photo came out, earlier last year that The Undertaker had...
Storyline-wise, how are they going to explain that to, like, little fans that don't know about, that the fact that he shaved his head on the internet,
Well, which is why he came out with a hood on last night, man, and never revealed what his haircut looked like, man. They're going to...
I think we had this argument last week, I seem to recall. Because you're not understanding that, I don't think. What does that have to do with the storyline? Why include him cutting his hair? Obviously, it's to explain if he has to have a bald head, why he's got a bald head. But they got to incorporate it somehow into the storyline. Like, I'm cutting the hair that there's got to be some kind of tie-in to a storyline of some kind.
Right.
Otherwise, it's literally just to cover up the fact that he shaved his head when he was injured.
But you're asking a question kind of like, okay, Chris Jericho came back to WWE a month or two ago, right? And everybody, well, why isn't Chris Jericho talking? And they played it out for the next couple weeks. It's the same thing with The Undertaker.
That's different, though. That was part of the storyline.
What
does his hair have to do with the streak, with the...
It's going to be part of the storyline. They've made it part of the storyline because you've got 6 weeks until WrestleMania, man. They've already made it part of the storyline by airing the hair cutting in that video. Now they want to make you wait to find out why. Why did he cut the hair? It's the same thing with Chris.
Do you think he'll do anything with it?
Of course they're going to do something. He came out with a hood on last night and never revealed, you know, what his new look was. Of course, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out what the hair reference was in the video and why The Undertaker is not showing his head. You know, why he had a hood on over his head last night. What's the reason for it? We don't need to find out.
Speculation in your head, like maybe they'll do this, maybe they'll do that. I'm not arguing. I'm just curious what you think they're going to do with it.
He's going to come out bald at Wrestle. Well, it depends, man. In 6 weeks, if his hair comes back, we're probably going to see the same old Undertaker that we've seen before, maybe with a little bit shorter hair, which would explain the hair cutting in the video.
The thing is, if he comes back with the same style hair, then the hair cutting in the videos would make no sense.
Well, obviously it's going to be shorter. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a shorter haircut.
It has to be. There's no. And then again, there was a little girl in the Jericho videos, and that ended up meaning jack shit. So.
Right. I mean, listen. Obviously, the hair's going to be shorter, and I think that's why the hair reference was in the video a couple weeks ago. But you've got 6 weeks, and I think WWE's taking it day by day and saying, you know what? We'll decide the week of WrestleMania what his new look is going to be, if it is a new look, whether it's going to be...
All right, here we go. Nair BK 8302. He's understanding what I'm saying. I'm asking why. Like, I understand they show him cutting his hair in the video to explain why, when he does finally show his hair on TV, why it's so short. But what does that have to do with anything? And he says, like, fucking chat's going too fast for me. Taker wants to end Triple H. Maddie couldn't walk out last year. Cutting the hair was a way of shedding that loss. You see what I'm saying? So there's like a little tie-in to the actual storyline.
Of course there's a tie-in, man. They would have never done the hair segment in the video.
I was asking you that. I'm just speculating with you now. What do we think it is? Because I don't have any idea. And I was wondering if you had an idea.
And I don't think WWE knows because they're going to wait for the next 6 weeks to figure out what he looks like.
I was wondering if you had any ideas, like in your own head, like maybe they should do this with it. Maybe they should do that with it.
My idea is to wait until the week of WrestleMania, just like WWE is probably going to do, find out what he looks like, whether he,
you're not getting it, but anyway.
Whether he can go out there, you're not getting it, whether he can go out there.
I'm getting it completely. I'm asking what's the tie into the storyline, not what, like, I understand that they did that to explain when you finally do see his hair, why it's shorter.
WWE doesn't know. WWE doesn't know, man, so how are we supposed to know?
I'm asking you to speculate. I'm asking what's your opinion, like, what do you think's a good idea to do it? Like, what's your, like, what do you, like, if you were booking, like, let's make it this reason, let's make it that reason.
If I was booking,
I'm not arguing with why, I understand why, and I agree with you on that.
If I was booking, like I said, I would wait until the week of WrestleMania, find out what he looks like. If he's got enough hair to go out there with a shorter haircut, I would send him out there with a shorter haircut. If he looks like shit with shorter hair, I would shave his head completely bald and have him come out at WrestleMania with that look. I can't tell you with 6 weeks before WrestleMania what the dude's hair is going to look like come WrestleMania time.
That's not what I'm saying. You really don't get it.
I don't know what you're trying to say, to be honest with you. But
I was asking if you're like play armchair booker and give me like here's a good idea to do like just whatever.
Here's a good idea. Taker comes out at WrestleMania and he's bald, and it gives him that evil. You know, he's got the eyes that roll in the back of his head, dude. He looks like an evil Undertaker at WrestleMania. There's an idea, but you don't have to do that if his hair grows back in the next 6 weeks. So who knows? I don't know. What's your idea? What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't have any ideas. I was wondering.
There you go. You ain't got no ideas. Well,
I like what the guy in the chat said. Like cutting his hair is a way of shedding that loss or whatever of last year. But other than that, I really don't see any way to fit that into the storyline other than Undertaker's retarded, and while he was decided to shave his fucking head, not realizing, oh shit, by the WrestleMania, it's not going to be back in time. You know?
Yeah. So anyway,
it looks cool. My girlfriend likes it.
So they did this angle, right? And Triple H continued, no, I'm not going to face you at WrestleMania. And Taker eventually baits him in, right? Triple H comes back to the ring and he says, all right, dude, you're on, blah, 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 blah. And now we've got a match at WrestleMania between the two. And then Triple H, said, well, I'll do the match at WrestleMania, but it's going to be in a Hell in a Cell match, which is kind of crazy.
I told you my thoughts on that. We were chatting during Raw, because I watched that live.
Who goes off the top of the cage?
Who goes off the top of the cage? I don't know if anybody has to, quite frankly.
Nobody probably has to. You think Undertaker takes one major bump at No, you know what? They probably go up on the top of the cage and Taker choke slams them off the top of the cage to a table or something below, and Taker wins the match or something. I don't know, something like that.
I don't see them doing it. The Foley thing made everybody think that when there's a Hell in a Cell, somebody's got to do a giant dive now.
Oh, it's WrestleMania, bro. It's WrestleMania. They're going to go all out. Something big's going down in that Hell in a Cell match. Come on, man.
Here's something big that's going to happen. Triple H beats Undertaker in his own match to end the streak at WrestleMania.
Oh, my God. Are you out of your fucking mind?
That's what I told you during Raw. I said, they're having Triple H beat Undertaker in his own famous Hell in a Cell match to end the streak at WrestleMania and pass the torch.
Yeah, hold on.
New leader.
Hold on 1 second, man. Let me restart it. Let's see if we come back now. I unplugged my my microphone. I don't know what happened. There we go.
We're back. All right, we're back.
Damn. Next, I had no idea.
Now, where did we leave off with? Did you hear my prediction?
Did anybody hear the prediction? Listen, this is what it was good. Did anybody hear me tacking the thing on the wall? Right? I tacked up something on the wall. Oh,
my God. Hear it. All right, let me repeat it.
Okay.
Triple H ends the Undertaker streak in his own match, Hell in a Cell, at his own show, WrestleMania. Ends the streak, ends his career, and that's what's going to happen. That's my
All right. And then Boone said that, right? He says, the streak is going to end at WrestleMania, right? So I went and I grabbed a pen and I wrote down on a piece of paper, February 22nd, 2012, Triple H...
9:29 p.m. Eastern Time.
Triple H ends the Undertaker streak, Matt Boone, right? We have that in quotes here. So Matt cannot go back on his word. I have it. He says that the Undertaker streak ends, Triple H beats him, ends the streak in his own match at WrestleMania. Now, what I was...
in the chat, shut up. Don't read the chat.
No.
Read the chat.
Now, what I was trying to get to next is I said, Boone... No, wait a minute. I said, Boone, please. I said, I bet you on a fight. Wait a minute. I said, Boone, I bet you on a fight a couple weeks ago, and I said, Boone, bet me. I said, please bet me money, and you said, no, I'm not doing a bet. All I'm saying, man, we don't have to do $100. We don't have to do $50. Just do just a friendly $20 bet or something. No, come on, man. It's $20 bet. It's not. Come on, bro. Are you serious?
I don't want to lose $20.
No, but you're making a prediction. You are hell bent on saying. Come on, $20, man.
You're on.
I'm on?
You're on.
Thank you. Just like
that's your little note.
$20.
And re-tack it to the wall.
So hold on a minute. $20.
Now don't forget, the day of the show I'm going to call you and change it to a $5 bet.
No, dude, come on, man. Don't play them fucking games, bro. So listen,
that's a good one.
We got it on record. Listen, we brought the stream back. I just got, you damn right, limp it in the chat. I just got $20 richer, man. Matt Boone just said, February 20, you guys are all witnesses, February 22nd, Triple H ends the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania 28 in his own match in a Hell in a Cell, $20. I'm taking your fucking money, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
You gonna slam the pen down and be all emphasized over there?
That's it, baby. That's it. I just became $20. Listen, I won $50 on a scratch-off ticket today, and I just got a free $20. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't want to bet money on it, all right? God damn it, but I like the idea that in his own match, at his own show, he ends the streak. You never see it coming.
Man, you are crazy. Listen, you can quote me on this. The Undertaker streak at WrestleMania never ends, dude. And when he goes to the Hall of Fame...
I think this is his last one, by the way. I don't think he's doing any more WrestleManias after this.
And if it does end, Triple H ain't going to be the dude to end it. Come on, bro. He's going to put...
I can see that, man. I can see it. The guy left from the era. Let's give him the respect of being the new leader of the locker room of the company, this and that.
Man, if anybody ends the streak, it'll be an up-and-comer, dude. Somebody like a Wade Barrett or somebody like that. That's the future. That's the future. I'm not Wade Barrett. I'm just using as an example. Somebody that is the future of WWE. Somebody that is gonna be there for the long haul, and somebody that WWE can put trust in. Somebody that's not gonna fail a wellness policy test.
He's like the swerves they do all the time. He's what, 19-0 right now?
Yeah, but it's so stupid, dude. This would be the guy.
Answer the question. Is he 20-0 or 19-0?
He's 20-0.
I thought he was 19-0.
It'll be 20-0 at WrestleMania.
See, that's the point. You're expecting him to have a nice, clean 20-0 and go out a winner. He finally beats. He leaves on his own power instead he gets carried out. No. Instead of 20-0. 19-1 in his own Hell in a Cell, his own WrestleMania show against a guy Triple H he's already beat twice at WrestleMania.
It sounds so stupid, bro. It sounds so stupid. Why would they make it 19-1? Why would you tarnish a legacy like that, man? When he goes to the Hall of Fame, he's always going to be the guy that was 20-0 or 21-0 or whatever it is at WrestleMania. God, it sounds so stupid to make it
$20 says he doesn't go 20-0.
Oh my God! $20 says I take your money. Come fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to bet money, dude. I just like the idea.
Yeah.
You're an asshole for putting me on the spot. Bet money.
Well, you put me on the spot a couple weeks ago.
No, you offered that bet. You said I'll bet you. I didn't say bet me money.
Man.
You suck.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. This looks good up on the wall. February 22nd, Triple H ends Undertaker.
Take this shit off your wall.
Matt Boone, $20 bet. Get the fuck out. I'm taking that money. Anyway.
Take it off your wall. Throw it away. I didn't say that.
WZROnline.com /chat. WZROnline.com /chat. All right, let's do the rapid fire segment. Let's get that out of the way real quick, and then we'll get into The Rock. I want to talk about The Rock. All right, here we go. James Miner, tell Boone I love him being sober, and any update on Wade Barrett.
I love you, James Miner, whether you're sober or drunk, buddy. You're a sexy son of a bitch. Wade Barrett, I don't know. I heard 6 to 8 weeks. You said you heard different.
I heard he's going to be back in time for WrestleMania. Dislocation of the elbow doesn't seem like a 6 to 8 week injury, but what are you going to do? Anyways, what else? Alex Wintringham. Is it confirmed the WWE pay-per-view in June will be in East Rutherford, New Jersey? I don't have any idea on the June pay-per-view. Brady Escaland. Back in the day, you used to be able to have a poll in the chat. What happened to that? Got a brand new chat, and this one doesn't have a poll. We can do a poll, though. I mean, I can set that up.
We can do a poll on the stream that we used to do.
Oh, that's right. We can do that, right? I think we can do that.
I think it was Justin TV we did it with, too.
Right, yeah, I think we can do that. We'll set you up with a poll or something. We'll bring that back.
Then we can ask everybody, Undertaker 19-1 or 20-0. What do you think?
Yeah, I wish we could add that poll. I don't know how to do that.
Letter grade. You can do that poll. Yeah, we need to get a poll.
We'll work on it, man. Frankie Lear heard the Money in the Bank at Mania is going to be all former champions. What do you think? Have you heard that? I've heard that. I don't know that it's confirmed. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't think it's going to be, all former champions. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll see. Mark Anderson, it looks like Triple H will end the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. As Triple H says he wants an end. Give me your thoughts, Ryan Clark. Listen, my thoughts are...
I already gave you mine.
My thoughts are April 1st, 2012. I'm taking Boone's $20 and I become richer, so that's about it. Jesse Tabasco, do you think there's a place for the 30-day title defense rule anymore? Kind of missed that. No.
Who gives a shit? Nobody cares about that stuff.
Yeah. I don't think they're not gonna bring that back anyways. Frankie.
They use it when they need it sometimes.
Oh, Jesse Young. Who do you think had the better championship reign, Bobby Roode or Daniel Bryan? I'd say Daniel Bryan.
I'd say Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, yeah. Frank Lear, how can something be new and improved if it's new? What is going on? I have no idea.
What does that even mean?
No idea what you're talking about, bro. Chris Ross, Ryan and Boone, who is your favorite wrestler in WWE at the moment? CM Punk.
I gotta guess CM Punk or Chris Jericho.
Yeah, CM Punk. Ryan Ennis, if an invisible man fought a giant to death, who would win? If an invisible man...
What now? Repeat that?
If an invisible man fought a giant to death, who would win?
Well, an invisible man has to win.
He would have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard Pinal, Seriously, what do I have to do to get unbanned? Unbanned from where, bro?
The chat, probably.
The chat? I can unban you right now. Let's take care of...
That's all you got to do is join the rapid fire by logging on to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
Where are the IP bans? We just go like this. Select all. Delete selected. Bang!
Boom. Nobody's banned.
There you go. You're unbanned. Anybody that was banned in the past, you are good to go. Enter the chat room. There you go. The mods are gonna fucking...
Entry, please.
The mods are gonna kill me, man. The mods are gonna kill me for that. Sorry about that.
25 in the chat right now, by the way.
We'll give them another chance, man. We'll give them another chance. You know what I mean? Everybody gets second chances.
Everybody deserves a second chance. Like, I should get a second chance to take that bet back I just made.
You know, you gotta give people a second chance. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? Thomas Dent, Ryan, what are the chances of a match at Mania with each general manager, Laurinaitis and Long, choosing a wrestler each to fight against them? We just talked about that, man. Looks like it's going to be a tag team match. It gets more guys involved in WrestleMania. Chris Jones, Otunga Mini Push is a fucking joke. This guy is so green. I agree, man. I agree. But
he's got a good look. He's not terrible on the mic as far as the gimmick that they've given him. He's an intelligent guy. He's able to articulate. He's got like I said, he's got a good look. He's got a celebrity voice. Give the guy a chance.
Jennifer Hudson was backstage at the SmackDown tapings last night. There are rumors that she is going to perform the national anthem at WrestleMania 28.
And there's a rumor that there's a photo of her backstage at SmackDown at WZROnline.com.
Courtesy of Matt Boone yesterday. Brad Fastusha, any news on the Ruben Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania? P.S. Boone is a buffoon.
Alright, go fuck yourself.
Money in the Bank match, yeah, it's going down. We'll have to see what happens. Somebody above said, former champions involved. It's possible. Shakari Robinson, what do you think of the Ultimate Warrior's new show? I saw the pilot episode. Looks good. You know what I mean? But it hasn't been picked up anywhere, so we'll see what happens.
I haven't seen anything from the Warrior in forever.
Vincent Nugent, Ryan, do you celebrate Ash Wednesday, and do you go to church every Sunday? My brother, this is a controversial topic, and I know that.
I wouldn't even touch it if I was you, man. You're going to lose a lot of fans.
I would probably lose a lot of fans, but the deal is everybody can believe in what they want to believe, and if you believe in God, that is your choice. I simply do not. I don't go to church, and I don't believe in God, but...
I believe in God, but I don't go to church.
That is, it's your choice to believe in who you want to believe in. Just don't preach it. I don't preach anything to you, and I would rather you not preach it to me. So, no, I don't believe in that stuff, and I don't go to church. But that's just
I do believe in it. I pray every night, but I don't go to church.
You pray every night. I'll bet
every
you.
Night.
I'll bet you.
Not out loud, in my head.
All right. Jesse Young, do you think that anybody will defeat Cody Rhodes for the IC title? Well, of course somebody's going to beat him. When? I do not know. I don't know.
I didn't hear the question.
Anyway.
You just sent the chat on fire talking about religion. That was a
yeah.
You want to talk about politics next? Like, what's
no. Listen, man. Everybody's got their own beliefs, and those are my beliefs, and everybody else has got their own.
That's what our show's about. Honestly, if you want to put it all on a line like that, some people take that shit real serious.
You asked about it. Listen, man. I don't. You can believe in what you want. Just don't preach it upon others who really don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? I mean, but believe in you want. I mean, some people are gay. I don't have a problem with gays or anything like that. I'm not gay myself.
Yeah, you compare believing in God to being a...
No, but you can compare. No, listen. You can compare a lot of different things, man. But
that's a good one.
No, stop it. Get out of here.
That was a good joke.
Get out of here. It wasn't a joke, dude. I'm trying to make a point. Oh, it wasn't a joke, dude. It wasn't a joke. You can believe in whatever you want, dude.
That came in your head. Like, all right, if you believe in God, that's kind of like sucking dick.
Listen.
Jeez,
listen. Now you twisting my shit up, dude. Get out of here. All right. Here we go. Live phone calls. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. One more time. 518-712-3070. Give us a call right now.
Also, UFC 144 this Sunday in Japan, Saturday in America. We got Frankie Edgar versus Ben Henderson for the lightweight title. We got Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Ryan Bader. We got, there's a ton of fights. Jake Shields versus Yoshihiro Akiyama. We got, who the hell, there's a bunch of fights. 7 on the pay-per-view. They usually do 4 on a pay-per-view. We get 7. So it's going to be a good show. And there's a lot of good fights.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. This is overseas, huh? What's going on?
Anthony Pettis, Joe Lozon. Sorry, that's the...
There you go. What's going on, caller? Oh, he hung up on us.
And Chet Congo versus Mark Hunt. That's right. There's a lot of great fights.
Henderson's fighting, huh?
Ben Henderson, yeah.
Oh, Ben Henderson, no doubt.
Yeah, fighting Frank Yeager.
Nice. Yeah, and then what'd you say, Rampage and
Ryan Bader.
Wow, that's a good fight.
And then you got Joe Lozon versus Anthony Pettis. Pettis is the guy that did that kick off the cage in WEC.
Yep, no doubt.
Chet Congo versus Mark Hunt. Takanori Gomi's fighting. Jake Shields versus Yoshihiro Akiyama.
Wow.
Tons of fights, man.
Yeah, that's a sick card, man. That's this Saturday night, right?
Saturday for us, Sunday in Japan, yeah.
Ryan the Masturbator. I like that. That's
a fucking funny joke.
Ryan the Masturbator.
Darth is his nickname. Ryan Darth Bader, but...
All right, here we go. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio from overseas, man. What's going on?
Hi, Ryan, it's Dino. I just wanted to return the favour for what you did to me last Friday.
Hey, what's going on?
Dino from the chat, Dino UK?
Yes, it is. And I just want to
Hey, what's up, brother?
Great, man. I'm great. I'm just want to say good on your Boone for staying sober as well.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Hey, you know what? I didn't tell you this, Boone. Last week, right? What was it, Thursday or Friday? Dino in the chat room has his own show. It's called British Pro Wrestling.
You told me about this, and you called in or whatever.
Well, no, he's got his own show. It's called British Pro Wrestling Radio, and I called up on Thursday or Friday of last week, man, and I appeared on their show. They were supposed to have Daniel Bryan.
One of the guys, huh?
Yeah, no, good guys, man, good guys that own a pro wrestling show. So that's good stuff.
Where's their show at? Where can people check it out?
I do not know. I have no idea. I can't remember. It was some sort of weird thing where I went to the chat room. It was a weird URL, so I don't know the .com.
I'll probably say it in the chat here in a minute. I'll plug it if you say it, buddy.
All right. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, just a quick question. Is Shawn Michaels still going to be involved in any way in the Undertaker Triple H match now that it's in the Hell in a Cell?
That's a great question. I was wondering that myself. I meant to ask you that the other day, Ryan. Like, do they even have referees for Hell in a Cell matches?
You know what? I thought about it as soon as they announced it Monday night on Raw. How is Shawn Michaels going to be involved? We know that Shawn is booked for upcoming Raw live events. Basically, you're going to have guys like The Rock, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker. You know, all these guys coming back as we head towards WrestleMania. And he is going to be there on Raw. So I would guess that he will play a role in some sort of way, maybe as an outside enforcer or maybe a special guest referee. I believe he's still going to play a role. And not only that, but, you know, Triple H referenced him last night on Raw and said, you know, Triple H couldn't get the job done or something like that on Raw last night. So I think they're going to play off that angle and bring Shawn back, and Shawn will say, you know, you said I couldn't get the job done, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure that he'll play a role in the Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania 28. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Yeah, I want to know what's going to happen with The Rock versus John Cena.
Man, turn those speakers down when you call in, man.
And come up with a question that isn't retarded. Did you hear his question?
Something about The Rock.
I want to know what you think is going to happen with The Rock versus John Cena. What does that even mean?
Well, who do you think wins the match?
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Rock.
Yeah, in Miami, and then what?
What is he going to job? He's going to come back to do a job in Miami in his hometown?
No, but what happens after WrestleMania, man? The Rock goes about his business, man, and the guy that's going to be there full-time, John Cena, gets jobs.
Cena kind of referenced that in his promo, too.
Right, I wouldn't be surprised if Cena takes it at WrestleMania, man.
I wouldn't be shocked. And the build-up is kind of like Hogan versus Rock. And in that match, even though the crowd was clearly for Hogan, they had Rock go over.
See, look at you.
And then they had Hogan endorse The Rock. They could do the same thing here with The Rock. Like Cena finally earns The Rock's respect or something.
Well, they could have The Rock win at WrestleMania, like you said, and then do a rematch at SummerSlam. I mean, The Rock's supposed to be involved in a match at SummerSlam, so you could do you could do a rematch between those two at SummerSlam a couple months later. You know.
I did not hear about that. If this fucking dog does not stop, I'm gonna kill him.
Speaking of dogs. Hello, Jackie.
Oh,
Yeah, you like that? You like that segue, Boone?
So
Hey, Jacqueline, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for mentioning my website last week.
You like that? And that's another thing, Boone. Jacqueline came on my Facebook page and she said, that was good. That was the greatest segue ever.
Website?
She opened, no, listen, her dad, opened up a website. And, I put it up. I'm trying to show some love to Jackie. It was Valentine's Day last Tuesday.
But you don't show love to Tiffany the Tits, our own colleague.
I really don't care.
Does she have any pictures on the website?
She, no, but she's got photos on her Facebook page and everything else. Listen, Jackie, plug the website. Let the people know what's going on.
That you can plug.
Plug Daddy's website real quick.
Attention all wrestling fans out there. I, Jacqueline Herder, have my own website. It is
jhwlive.com, baby dolls.
What was your last name again? Jacqueline what?
Herder.
Carter.
Everybody go to Facebook and look her up.
There you go.
Herder with an H.
Somebody isolate Jackie saying harder.
She said harder with an H. No, wait a minute. She said harder with an H. Harder with an H, kind of like Triple H. Only some people are gonna get that. Never mind. Whatever. That's whatever.
I got it.
No, you wouldn't get the Triple H joke that I just did, dude. But whatever. Anyway. So, what's going on the website? What are you doing? Writing columns? You write news? What's going on? You got the inside scoops? What's going on?
There is one about Lex Luger up there. I had found this out from a friend of mine. Apparently something about what really happened with Elizabeth.
Uh-oh.
That's up there if you guys want to go read it.
Uh-oh.
And then there's also results from, Elimination Chamber, SmackDown, Impact, everything.
Oh, yeah. You're going to set record traffic tonight on that website. I forgot what the .com was, but I can't even remember it. Thanks for the call, Jackie. As always.
Coming after your gig, man. She's
Yo.
got a new hot reporter on the scene.
I tell you what, man. She's got the inside...
She wants it harder.
She's got the inside scoops, man. You got to watch. That's competition, baby. It's competition.
According to Dino in the chat, it's uglywrestlingnews.com.
Is that what it is? Call it.
And RKO 408 says, wrestling is real to me, damn it.
Oh, man. Hold on a second.
Take another puppy inhaler.
Caller, you are live on WZR Radio. What's going on? Oh, we lost him. Let's bring him back. Whew. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, I don't like the drunk Boone. I mean, I like the drunk Boone. I don't like the Boone that's not drunk.
You don't like the sober Boone, huh?
Hey, what I tell you, Ryan, I like it when I drink.
See, but you come on here and you encourage this dude, right? You encourage this dude.
Next week, I'm going to be fucking falling over, shitty drunk for you, buddy.
And then, listen, let me... No, you are because you are a bad influence, man. Because listen, one morning you're gonna wake up and I'm gonna have a post on my Facebook page that says R.I.P. Matt Boone, right? And then you're gonna and then you're gonna and then you say no, and then you're gonna say, God damn, I encouraged Matt Boone to drink on live radio, man. You know what I'm saying?
Boone go outlive us all. Boone go outlive us all.
All right, man. All right. All right, yeah, Boone gonna outlive us all. Get the fuck. Boone ain't gonna make.
That's how it works, man.
Boone ain't gonna.
Like dumbasses their whole life, living to be like 110.
Yeah.
There's people that like count calories and stay sober and don't smoke cigarettes die when they're like 36 and play crap.
Right, and this dude will be smoking 3 packs of cigarettes, drinks an 18-pack of beer a day. You ain't making it past 35. You know that.
3 packs of cigarettes a day. I'm not letting them brag.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Caller, you're live on WZR.
Expensive. It is ridiculous.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, did you see, now with all the Chris Brown arguments, did you see that, like, more and more wrestlers were commenting on it?
Yeah, everybody's chiming in now. You know, Kurt Angle. Earlier today, last night he, tweeted some stuff, and a couple others have chimed in as well. I think Chris Brown's probably going to wind up dropping it, and you won't hear much more about it from him, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to put up the Kurt Angle thing, his latest tweets involving Chris Brown and CM Punk after we go off the air here tonight, but see what happens, so check this out. The Rock. All right, he's coming back for WrestleMania, and there's some people.
Really?
There's some people.
Is he gonna wrestle or just like cut a promo? Or?
I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not really sure what's going on there.
The Rock's coming back for WrestleMania.
I don't. Well, it'd be interesting to see who he's in a match with. You know what I mean? See what happens. So listen, there are some people that, backstage in WWE, there's some eye-rolling, going on, where people say, this guy comes in, and he wants to work WrestleMania, and he gets a major payday, and then he leaves again. How do you feel about it, man? The Rock left WWE for, 7-8 years. He comes back.
7 years, yeah.
And then he comes back and he works a match at WrestleMania, but it seems like he's more open now to coming back and working matches here and there, not just WrestleMania. We're talking WrestleMania, SummerSlam, maybe some of the bigger pay-per-view events. But
Survivor Series, I mean, he could hit all the big ones. He missed Royal Rumble, but other than that, if he's working SummerSlam like you said, he hit all the big ones, and the big four or whatever.
But how do you feel about a guy like that comes in and, works a big match and then takes off?
I think no matter how you look at it, it's good. I mean, no matter how you look at it. This guy, it's like, okay, if, he had William Shatner come in and wrestle a match at WrestleMania. Would that top a big buy rate? Probably not. So guess what? The Rock would. And The Rock's already a wrestler, so it's going to be a good match. It's going to draw in old fans like me that don't watch anymore, but maybe they'll come back to watch him. And even if they don't do the right thing for business in his match, like say they have him go over clean and make Cena look like a buffoon, at least you're drawing all these older fans back that used to watch.
You
have a strong undercard going on, you can get them hooked on something else.
You say make John Cena look like a buffoon?
Like a baboon, Matt Boone, buffoon. Yeah, you gonna make fun of my name?
No, I was talking the rapid fire segment where somebody called you Matt Buffoon.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I said you gonna make fun of my name. That's why I don't take it serious. You're gonna go a fart joke.
It was funny, man. You brought up buffoon.
I was talking about wrestling.
You were calling John Cena buffoon. You know what I mean, dude? You brought it up. It was in the rapid fire segment. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, listen. I thought it was an A-, dude. It wasn't that bad. Come on, brother. Dude brought it up in the rapid fire segment, buffoon. You just called John Cena buffoon, and you had no idea that you were bringing it up.
That's what I was going to take.
No soul, man. Anyway.
No, I got a text that just pissed me off.
All right, so my thoughts on The Rock are this. Like Boone said, when The Rock comes back, he always pops a rating. He generates more pay-per-view buys and things like that. And one thing that people fail to realize is wrestling, okay, age is key. It's just like the NFL or the NBA or any sports for that matter. You can only do it for so long before you have to hang it up and then think, what am I going to do after pro wrestling? All right, and John Cena really isn't taking that route right now, and a lot of guys in WWE aren't taking that route. Some are. And a few years ago, 8 years ago or so, The Rock was a full-time WWE star, all right? He was working live events, house shows, TV, everything. He did everything for WWE. And then he got thinking to himself, you know what? I need to think about what I'm going to do after pro wrestling. And The Rock is so good at what he does that he figured, you know what? I can be an actor. And think Hollywood. Hollywood looks down on pro wrestling, and they look down on pro...
The other thing is if he gets injured wrestling, he can't make, let's say they invest, they invest $20 to $50 million in a movie sometimes, especially big productions.
Right.
They cannot invest $50 million on scripts and sets and renting out cities to shoot and all this and then he gets injured and they have to fucking scrap it all.
All right, let me just put myself in The Rock's shoes, and let me just go here, dude, and then when I stop, you can chime in.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me put myself in The Rock's shoes. If I was The Rock, and 8 years ago I was a full-time pro wrestler, okay? I was doing the live events, TV, everything. I was full-time. And I got to thinking to myself, you know what? I can't be a wrestler for the rest of my life. I need to start thinking about other career choices. And if one of those career choices involved Hollywood, I would say to myself, you know what? If I want to go to Hollywood, I need to make a decision. I need to leave pro wrestling, at least for the time being, so that I can go to Hollywood and make a name for myself, as Hollywood looks down on pro wrestlers, okay? And The Rock felt that, you know what? If I go out and I make a name for myself in Hollywood, I can eventually return to WWE, make a comeback, and do matches here and there. And that's exactly what he did, man. He went out to Hollywood. He made a name for himself. He's a star in Hollywood. He left pro wrestling to do that. And now he comes back, and he's giving back. He says, you know what? I've made a name for myself in Hollywood. Now I'm coming back to pro wrestling. I can give back. And now I can do both. But the fact is when you're trying to make a name for yourself in Hollywood, you can't do both. You have to choose Hollywood over pro wrestling. And then if you become a big enough star, you can come back to pro wrestling. And that's exactly what he's done. I think The Rock is so smart for doing what he did, man, because he had to choose one or the other. And not only that,
but he had already accomplished everything that there is to accomplish in wrestling. It's not like he's like, well, I'd like to be world champion. You know, that was always my dream. He's world champion like 1 billion times already.
Right.
He wrestled dream matches against Hulk Hogan. He finally, like the one goal he actually came back for after doing a few movies. He came back to work with Steve Austin in WrestleMania for the 3rd time because he had never beat Austin at WrestleMania, and he wanted to accomplish that.
Right.
So he did that, and then he's like, well, what the fuck else is there to do, you know?
Right. I feel like he had to do what needed to be done. And Hollywood, people don't realize that Hollywood looks down. If you're a pro wrestler, you're not going to land major gigs in Hollywood. You're just not, because Hollywood
looks... You're going to be the Hulk Hogan doing Mr. Nanny.
Right. You're gonna get shitty roles. You're not going to become a headliner. You're not going to become the main star of any movie. And The Rock went out there. He made a name for himself in Hollywood, and always knew. I think he always knew that if I can become big in Hollywood, people aren't going to look at me as a pro wrestler. They're going to look at me as more of a Hollywood star, and then I can go back to pro wrestling. And that's what he's done. So I don't blame him, man. I would have done, if I was in The Rock's position, I would have done the exact same thing as he did, man. And not only that, but like somebody in the chat, Winner's Lair in the chat, The Rock's in a league of his own. So when he comes back, even though John Cena, I mean, he trashes him, and everything that John Cena says during his promos, he's 100% dead on. But you know what? When The Rock comes back next week on Raw, he's going to blow the fucking roof off the place. Why? Because he's The Rock. You know what I mean? People just aren't going to boo the dude because he's already made a name for himself in pro wrestling, and he's made a name for himself in Hollywood, and I give him all the credit in the world for doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and plus he's like an attraction, like Andre the Giant back in the day. When you don't see him every week, when you do see him, it's special. And now that he's got, I mean, he's already a legend in wrestling. Even if he retired instead of going to Hollywood,
right?
Coming back, he would be a legend. Coming back, everybody'd be excited to see him. The fact that he's this huge movie star now, he's bringing this whole extra audience with him.
And
I did like Cena's points that he came back to plug a movie in his Twitter account. I thought that was cool as shit, that line.
Well, you know what? He doesn't have any movies that he's going to be promoting for the next couple weeks, man, leading up to WrestleMania. There's no movie plugs in here. And not only that, but a lot of people go to Hollywood and they become divas, man. They become Hollywood divas where they demand things. You know, you get the red carpet syndrome and everything else, man, and they demand certain things. You know, limos and hotels. You get a big ego. The Rock comes back and he stays in the same hotel that all the other WWE talents are staying in. He interacts with people backstage, and he hasn't let the Hollywoodness go to his head. So I think, you know, The Rock gets a lot of unfair criticism. I'm just saying, if I was in The Rock's shoes and I was thinking about my future after pro wrestling, you got to leave pro wrestling to become a name in Hollywood, and he did it. And I feel like, you know, he did.
Succeeded too.
He's
try. He actually he's one of the biggest movie stars in the world right now.
He's one of the big. And listen, movies like The Tooth Fairy, blah blah. You're gonna have, I mean, Jennifer Aniston and people like that, Mel Gibson. They have movies that fail as well. But for every movie that fails, there's probably going to be 2 good movies that do amazing.
It's creative in Hollywood too. Like he could have been the next Arnold Schwarzenegger and just did action movie after action movie after action movie. He took comedy roles. He took dramatic roles. He took action roles. He's trying to be like, I don't want to say like Johnny Depp, but like wherever, like he can do a wide variety of movies, which makes him a bigger movie star. He's not He's not labeled, oh, he's the guy that does action movies only, or he's the guy that does comedy movies only. Yeah, he can do it all.
All right, last phone call, because this guy's been calling over and over. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Yeah, I was saying, I agree with you. I don't blame The Rock for what he did at all. The only thing I just hate is he comes back and he's like, oh, I'm never leaving. Just what John Cena said. John Cena took the words out of my mouth, what he said. I mean, it just
Yeah, but
I don't blame him for what he did. It was smart.
When John Cena says something like, or The Rock comes back and he says, you know what, I'm back now and I'm never leaving. Who says he is never leaving? He never said he was.
I think his exact phrase is, "I'm never going to go away." Which, you could look at it like, "Oh, well, he went away the next week." But I think he means he's never going to go away for good. He'll always come back.
Right. Yeah. He never said he was coming back full time to become a full-time wrestler again. He never said that. He said he was coming back and he would never leave again. Take that. He's back for WrestleMania. He's probably going to be at SummerSlam, and I'm sure that at this point, now that he knows that he's made a name for himself in Hollywood, he can do both. He can do wrestling and he can do Hollywood, and people in Hollywood aren't going to look down on him because they know.
That's a good point. He's not risking his wrestling. He's not risking his spot in WWE by going to Hollywood, and he's not risking his Hollywood career now by going back to WWE because he's so solidified in both. Hollywood's always going to want to pay him $1 million trillion to do their movie because he's a draw in movies. Wrestling's always going to want him because he's a draw in wrestling. He's got it made in the shave in both careers.
He's got it made, and not only that, but like you said, dude, he's not. He came back and he said that he's not going to leave again, and he probably won't. He's a big enough star that for that 7 or 8 years that we hadn't seen him, he was off making another career for himself, and now he's got 2 careers that he can. He's got it made, like you said. All right, we got to go, guys. There's going to be some news coming up on the websites here. Some backstage news on Rey Mysterio and some backstage heat on him. The latest on what did we talk about? WrestleMania with John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long. There's going to be a lot of good stuff coming up, so stay tuned to the websites, WZROnline.com. And if you're new, because it's a Wednesday night, we're here every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 Eastern Time. Check us out, man. We have a good time here. You know what I mean? Every Tuesday, we have a great time. We just kind of shoot the shit, and anything goes. You know what I mean? Whatever. So we'll talk to you guys next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time. For Matt Boone.
That's me.
This is Ryan Clark.
That's him.
Saying see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.